Good morning, and welcome to Non-Standard Action. This is Paizo's Starfinder Adventure Path, Fly Free or Die. We are on Episode 6, Odd Jobs. I am Tom, your GM, and with me today are my 5 players, Jet, Leif, Liz, Nick, and Simon. Today's icebreaker question is, what was the worst style choice you ever made? Go around and get names, pronouns, and answers. I am very curious about Simon's, so we're going to have Simon go first.
Of course. Yes, I'm Simon, he, him, playing Morath, they, them. Morath in their early sort of teenage years, although I'm not sure what that means for a Spathane, in early years in which they were struggling to get along with the strange entities around them. In an attempt to stand out, they each decided to paint themselves different colors. And this continued for weeks, which meant that multiple generations of constituents had to endure this. And like every time a new bug was born, they would like have a ritualistic paint splashing ceremony for generations of jugs. During this time, they went by the name as confetti, obviously.
Oh.
It didn't really catch on. They didn't become much more popular at parties, so that phase ended.
Oh, it was just a desperate bid to belong.
Uh-huh.
Oh. But they're a pile of bugs, so
they belong now.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
All right. Excellent. How about Nick?
Oh, goodness. Sloane's questionable style choices. I'm sure Sloane has made a few, as all teenagers do. Sloane probably went the all black goth route as a teenager. Like, no, I am not an angel. Heck, all of you.
Yes. Yeah.
Space trip pants.
Do tieflings have the opposite of that? In their goth phase, do they dress up like they're like nice boys?
Oh my god.
Very, very
Very
preppy and
Polo shirt.
high collars and
Dockers,
polos.
khakis,
they all wear
polos.
Ralph Polo Lauren polos and
Sweaters torn tied around their shoulders.
Join some Abadar temple groups.
Yep.
And Nick, pronouns of both you and Sloane.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm Nick, whatever pronouns, and I'm playing Sloane, she, her pronouns.
Excellent. And Liz, Auntie Nuna.
So Auntie Nuna, in her youth, there was a trend in the particular region of Akaton that she was in, where even if you didn't actually grow hair was like a big thing. So she got wigs. So imagine a Kasatha with a big conical head with like a wig. And
Long
this wig
flowing
is like, and like feathered and like, it's just, and bangs. Auntie Nuna bangs.
I hate it.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
That's why that was the worst choice she ever made.
Yeah. That sounds legit. And pronouns.
She, her, and she, her.
Okay. Leif, pronouns and answers.
Hi, I'm Leif. They, them, I'm playing Ketch, he, him, and Ketch has never made a bad style choice in his life.
Only good style choices.
Not
Only
fair.
good style choices.
Now, is Ketch a reliable storyteller?
Totally reliable. Totally
yeah.
reliable.
Uh-huh.
Ignore
Sure.
that.
Nothing to see here. Please ignore the man behind the curtain.
The bluff behind the curtain.
Yes.
There was one time when he tried wearing glasses, like just the frames, like he punched out the frame so he couldn't see, or the lenses so he could actually see. But yeah, that was it. Just one.
You can just get glass that doesn't have the curve. That's probably a
Super
bit less
cheaper.
obvious than punching out the. Oh, I see.
That's what all
You'd
my
be
third
surprised.
graders
You'd
do.
be surprised.
Excellent. Okay. And then Gus, played by Jet. Pronouns in question.
For both of us, he, him. I think Gus's fashion failure, faux pas, whatever you want to call it, was the few times when he was much more younger, and even more suggestible, if you can imagine it.
That's hard.
Where he let his siblings dress him for certain events, like school dances, proms, that sort of thing, and like they made him look good, but it wasn't him. Like he would have been much more happy to go to that prom with that seersucker's powder blue suit, but he ended up going in like this like reserved tuxedo sort of a situation, and he was miserable the entire evening.
Aw.
Oh, poor Gus.
Poor Gus.
A nice understated cummerbund, and it's like he really wanted those ruffles.
Yeah, he wanted the tails, he wanted the ruffles, he wanted the cane and the top hat.
Well, I can't help but find myself relating to Gus more and more. All right. So, that is our icebreaker question for the week. I did not have a name submitted for that one because this is one of the old ones from the before times when we were.
Four times.
Yes. So,
Recorded history.
last week, we announced a short-run contest to see who could suggest a good name for our new starship here on the show, and we have collated the many, many responses. The winner of the bragging rights will be announced later. Fear not. I simply mention it now at the top of the episode so you will not think that I have forgotten. I would never forget you.
No, never,
Now.
ever.
Never, ever.
Yeah.
Last week, our free flying traders. Damn it! Our free flying traders
Our
made the snap decision.
traders.
Yes, the hash singing slashers. The free flying traders made the snap decision, or was it plotted by their fearless captain all along, to steal the Oliphant for themselves, as opposed to turning it over to Lord St. John. They took the brand new starship on its maiden voyage, the first hurrah to Broken Rock, fortress of the free captains and wretched den of scum and villainy. There they met an old contact of Auntie Nuna's who was able to scrub their ship's engine signature and change a few things out so as to make the Oliphant harder to recognize. They then returned to Absalom Station, having been told by Tarika of a new job that she had lined up for them. The job turned out to be a sort of bounty, a race to bring 50 tons of black hearts to a mysterious buyer, with the first person to arrive with the hearts being paid a hefty sum of 20 build points. Of course, nothing is ever easy as it sounds. The crew ran into a rival trading crew, made some friends, reconnected with old friends, and generally ran around Absalom Station trying to put things together to get the job done and beat the aforementioned friends. So, in review, you have a signal booster drift drive that you're working on fixing up with your new goblin friends, Fleagree, Brattlesnarp, and Goog. And back at the lab, you've got Rygan Vool waiting to install an augmentation in Gus while his Necroforge begins work on your 50 tons of black hearts. Vool says it'll take 2 days to make the black hearts, and with some help, the goblins can get the drift drive ready and installed in about the same amount of time. So, before we get started, something that I neglected that we sort of ran out of time to talk about last week was, as you all begin work on this drift drive, Gus or Ketch or Nuna, whoever begins work first, you all actually notice what appears to be a chemical burn that ate a hole in one of the engine's manifolds. This is, in your opinion, evidence of intentional sabotage. The edges of the burn bear a strange gummy residue, probably left over from whatever caused the burn.
Like this appeared recently?
Sorry. This is an old burn from, assumedly, the explosion, from the firefight that happened, which.
This is on the drift drive that we got from the junkyard that the goblins were filling.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh yes.
Salvaged along with some goblin help.
Yeah.
Which you'll remember, this drift drive was on the Harlequin's Prayer, that ship that was filled with thousands of people that all died.
Which
know
we are
what
now
Gus would
turning into
do.
Black Hearts.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
Gus would do, but Gus is probably in that surgery first thing. So
That's fair. So,
Auntie
Yeah.
Auntie Nuna would make a note, but not necessarily say anything. Well, she would also
Okay.
document it, but yeah.
All right. Ketch was working closest with the goblins. He'll do something about it.
That's all right.
You need an engineering check. What?
oh no, so this is easily fix-upable over the 2 days. This is just this is a you might say a breadcrumb, something suspicious that might be have been done to this engine. This doesn't look like gunfire. This looks like intentional sabotage.
Right. Okay, yeah, let me continue to act like I'm surprised by this. I had not gotten there yet.
Auntie Nuna goes, mm-hmm. Click with like her phone. Although not her phone really, but you know what I mean.
Okay. So, yeah, you get to work. Starting on the drift drive. Gus goes back and gets ready for surgery. Anybody have anything else they're doing during this time?
oh, Gus, you didn't need to shave your entire body. Oh, but I was going in for surgery, I thought.
Oh God.
I'm so aerodynamic now.
I'm so cold.
Oh my
My
god.
goodness.
He came in and I was like, had shaved all the way up to like here. Everything else from here down, just naked.
Oh.
All those doctor dramas, they always shave the patient before surgery.
What kind of doctor dramas has he been watching?
I don't know. We got
Mixed up pornos with doctor drama.
Yeah.
Gus watches
apparently
porn on
Sloane
accident.
does an audit of all the media available aboard the ship to try and help with the engine.
All right. So,
It's like
yeah.
some new try-ins. You guys
You and
can
me
watch
both.
that are more wholesome.
Yeah, so there were like two competing activities, right? There was getting the engine, and then there was
Waiting for
getting the
black-
hearts. Yes.
Yeah, the hearts are sort of running on their own because Vul is making those for you all in exchange for Gus being a test subject for this exciting new augmentation.
That's not worrying at all.
All right. Since it sounds like there's nothing we need to be doing, I guess Morath will just like hang out in the lab for moral support for Gus.
Okay,
Oh.
sure, yeah.
Also to watch. It's very interesting.
Mariath, I need you to hold my hand.
We are willing to do that, but many entities have said that the experience is unsettling.
No, it's fine. Remember when I wore you like a cloak and it was awesome?
Oh, we forgot about that. Very well. We settle upon your hand in a mass.
Mm. All right.
Just think of it.
So,
Thousands and thousands of supportive little claws.
You can do it.
Gus loves it because it's thousands and thousands of like tiny little hugs.
Aw.
My goodness.
Morath, Vul will, once while Gus is sort of recuperating, Vul will show you around the facility if you are terribly interested.
Yeah.
If you express. Yeah. Okay. He loves talking about himself, believe it or not. So and
he and Morath get along
leader?
great.
Yeah. What was that,
A
Nick?
leader who likes. Oh, sorry.
Oh, or Liz. Sorry, I couldn't tell who said something.
A cult leader who likes to talk about himself. Do go on.
he will.
So surprising.
I'm reminded of the Tamatoa in Moana, where he's like, "Are you trying to get me to talk about myself? Because if so, I would be delighted." Or like, I can't remember the exact quote, but yeah. Anyway, love Moana, favorite Disney movie. Anyway, so he takes you on a guided tour through the facility. You see the control center, There's a computer in there that he tells you about, controls the necrofabricator back in B4, which is the large room, if you remember, that you met him in the facility. It's the one where you all worked out the deal. And then there's...
How many entities how many creatures have you converted to undeath?
Oh, my flock is growing by the day. I would say that there are hundreds at this point that I have given the gift.
Are they the same after they get turned into the undead as they were before?
Yes, much of the consciousness is retained. Generally, most of it, in fact. Unless something goes wrong in the procedure.
Ooh, what goes wrong?
That is not something that I have experienced, for I am, again, very skilled at my craft. But
oh, yes.
It really, what I mean by procedure is there are many different types of undead. Some of them are created through traumatic deaths, very violent acts or acts of passion. And these undead do not retain as much of their memory.
Yes, this makes sense.
He rolls
you
a 7
on to the
on mysticism.
Yeah. The cryogenics chamber, he opens up a little like closet-sized room, and in it there are a bunch of null space chambers. But and he tells you, yes, these are where I store the raw flesh for the creation of black hearts or any other necrografts that you might
they
want.
do not keep their old flesh when they are turned into an undead?
Oh no, so the necrografts that I craft give one a modicum of undeath. It is a lengthier process to convert someone into an undead being wholly. So mechanically speaking, necrografts give you the undead trait, but you are not fully undead. You're affected by certain things as if you are undead.
You have the necrograft
little
subtype.
undead.
You're not quite undead yet.
You have the necrograft subtype.
We die much more frequently than single-bodied entities do. Does that mean that we are undead after a few weeks?
I admit that I have not studied your species extensively. However, if you are created out of a series of of bugs, if I may say.
You may say.
Thank you. If you are created out of bugs, but constantly reproduce, it's a very different organism than an undead that is just sustained. You still require food and sustenance to sustain yourself, whereas an undead needs no such things.
What if... Oh, we see. Yes. So even if only half of us were undead, like we were zombie constituents, it would be sort of like we had a bunch of necrografts.
I suppose so, yes. How do you install augmentations in your body anyway?
We are glad you asked. It depends on the augmentation.
I see.
The tooling has to be reconfigured such that it can be employed by a whatever squad of constituents is responsible for the function that the augment is replacing has to be able to use it. So a heart which pumps blood around, I guess, means that you would just turn the bugs that are responsible for transporting resources around the swarm into zombie bugs. Wait, does that mean that they would never die of old age? This is very difficult to think about.
Yeah, I'm glad we went down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, this is a great rabbit hole.
And so you continue talking about this subject as you maneuver around the facility. There's not much else of interest that you haven't already seen. You ask, what's over there? And it's the loading ramp There's like a power armor over there, like a load lifter, cargo lifter. That's the one, right? And other than that, you've seen the whole facility. So he says, "Oh yes, I must get back to your friend and make sure that the augmentation is taking." And he excuses himself, escorting you back to, we'll say, the lobby.
Oh, but we wanted to watch. We will keep a safe distance.
That doesn't seem sanitary to me.
We are extremely sanitary. We will wash all of our mandibles.
Thousands and thousands of tiny little masks.
Oh no.
I really
Don't
must
worry,
insist
Marios, that was just
that-
a movie quote.
I really must insist that I see your friend alone as part of our deal here, in order to ensure sterilization.
But what if you are sabotaging his body?
What a rude thing to insinuate of somebody who is making you 50 tons of black hearts and installing a necrograft, giving your friend a gift.
Then cannot
Swear to
we
God,
watch?
Mariah,
Also, just point of order. How would you recognize if he's sabotaging Gus's body?
Oh, that's a good point. Marias will even say, and even if you are sabotaging his body, we will not be able to tell.
Then I really don't see a point in you being back here. And he shuts the door.
Oh, you're right. That was a point against me, not for me.
I love these Marioth
Well done.
social interactions. We can
Oh
all
my God.
learn and love with Marioth.
Oh my god, I would watch that show.
Picturing like an I Love Lucy style show, but with Marayoth.
I was thinking more Mr. Rogers, but yeah, perfect.
Not to be deterred, Marias will fit through the air vents and peek through the vent stealthily.
Will they like announce that they're watching?
No, they're snobby.
I am watching from this vent.
Yeah. See, I am very sanitary up here. I'm not even getting remotely close.
One single bug
okay.
dies and falls through the vents.
Yeah, hiding in the air vent, which circulates air, which is supposed to be sanitary. Anyway, so yeah, Vul is just Vul goes in and does the typical doctor-patient kind of how are you feeling to Gus, and gets his readings, takes some
I'm
temperature.
going through a lot of personal upheaval right now. But Marayoth's been there. The crew's great. I really want to be friends with.
Me. It was about the necrograph specifically. How do you feel physically?
No, I don't
I feel
care about your,
fine.
I don't care about your
I'm not sure how my nanites feel. They're feeling kind of wiggly around it, but I feel fine.
Yes, that should be interesting. The interaction between your nanites, and because I'm sure you gave him a sort of rundown of your nanites before surgery and stuff like that.
I'm sure he probably did like a full body scan or something.
Yeah. That should be interesting to see the interaction between the nanites and the necrograft, and is a good one of the things that I am watching for in this 8-hour observation. And we'll fast forward. Marayoth, you can sit there as long as you want. Nothing untoward happens.
8 hours is a long time, Mariah thinks
sure
of
is.
themselves after 3 hours.
Yeah. So Marayoth leaves.
I imagine
and
the doctor hasn't probably taken away Gus's comm. He'd probably be texting people out of boredom.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, is it under like general anesthetic, or is it just local? Local is more horrifying.
It's probably local, I imagine.
It is necromancy.
Yeah.
So he's probably texting Marayoth, probably texting his family since he's home.
Oh yeah. So yeah, your family texts you back saying general messages of, "Oh, we're so glad to hear from you. Glad that you got a new job. Sorry to hear that you lost your new job. But these new people sound like good friends. Question mark?
Yeah. And I'm getting a new organ.
Oh,
Dot dot dot.
yeah, yeah.
The instrument?
And then send a picture of like the incision, and there's like probably black lines coming out of it.
Oh no.
Isn't this so cool? Your grandma. I wanted to say Mima, but I don't know what you call your grandma.
I've got Grandma Dahlia, and I've got Grandma. Crap! Why am I?
Agnes?
No.
Yes, this
it's-
was all in a doc. No, I don't have it open right now.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
no. Where is it? Grandma Mavis and Grandma Dahlia, and then I've got Grandpa Santos and Dennis.
So Grandma Dahlia texts you back. Why, that's unnatural. That's Gus. You can't be putting things like that into your body. What has gotten into you? We raised you better than. And then Grandma Mavis is. They start bickering in the chat because Grandma Mavis has always been more open-minded about these kinds of surgeries, and they're.
Oh man, and they've had a rivalry going since the wedding.
Well, Dahlia is also
Yes.
the one that's slightly racist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you have it. I
Against
totally
the
chose that
undead.
well on purpose. So, yeah, you start a whole feud, and your family chat starts blowing up with just constant pings, and yeah. So
Anxiety intensifies, and now we move on to
No.
Maria.
yes. Oh no. So Gus's recovery goes well. Nothing untoward happens, and yeah, Gus, you feel relatively fine. You feel a little more undead than you were, but this will be helpful, probably.
Just a smidge.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Fine.
Your friend here is only slightly undead.
Mm.
So that's what's going on back at the lab. Now back at the junkyard, who have we got working on the drift drive?
Presumably, oh yes. Well, definitely Catch. Once Catch got his jack installed, right?
Yeah, so I was looking
yeah.
this up and trying to figure it out, but I can't find it. If I'm getting an upgraded jack installed, do I pay the difference, like with ability upgrades and stuff, or is that something else entirely?
Oh. No, you
think it's
don't pay the difference. You have to pay for a new one, sadly. And the old one
I'm not even going to bother.
just
Why would
ambiguously gets flushed.
Why
from
would
your
I
system.
want to spend $600 to access computers when I can already access computers? Seems silly.
Yeah, that's fair.
So nope, not even going to do it after all of that.
You know what? That's okay. See, it was good that you didn't get a chance to install it.
Yeah. After
Now-
much more consideration, I think I'm just going to save my credits until I can buy one that's actually going to give me a bonus.
Fair enough.
Nice.
So you all get. Oh, you know what? Oh, Simon just walked away. Once Simon gets back, we'll have. I'll give you a gimme once he gets back. And Simon, hello.
All right.
Oh, you're fine. You're
Hi.
fine. No, I'm sorry to have called attention to you leaving. But while you're taking a tour of the lab, let's have you, because Reigen did have you go through the entirety of the facility. Make me a perception check, friend.
Uh-oh.
Nothing suspicious at all here.
No. Perception. Not Marayoth's strong suit.
What is Mariath's wisdom?
Looks like 1.
Not great. 12.
Yeah.
Better than I expected.
Yeah, look, they're just very not like naive like Gus is, but sort of
Sheltered?
no, I guess sort of indifferent. Like they were suspicious of the doctor, but they weren't like they don't expect to be able to control things, something like that. So they like observe like, oh, you're probably doing something malicious, but there's nothing I can do about it, so just going along with it. Very Wrath is very go along with it.
Yes, that is fair. So, I tell you what, if you take that +1 that somebody gave you before, I can give you a secret.
Oh,
Ooh, I want a
sure.
secret.
I'll take a +1.
All right. Who gave us that +1? Because they just unlocked something cool for you.
I believe it was
West
James.
Q.
West Q, yeah.
The best.
Oh, we have a few.
We have a few from 3 days ago. Shades
Those should be complete.
gave us a +1 to any roll, saying, "Let's prime the pump." And you have primed our information pump, Shades. Not to make this too blue, because with a 14, Marayoth, you actually spy as you are, as you're whisked through the storeroom, the loading bay. You actually see a crate, and on the side of that crate, you see a label for a thermal solvent, indicating that the contents of this crate are thus a thermal solvent. A very
What is a
powerful
thermal
kind,
solvent?
no less.
And why would I note that?
Putting this together with information that you might have gotten from Ketch or Nuna or Gus. Gus probably wasn't there, we said.
Mm-mm.
Noticing on the drift drive.
The drift
That's-
drive had a hole burned in it from a a gooey thermal solvent.
Oh. But, yeah, I'm not sure if anyone reported that. They all seemed very quiet about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It might not have come up yet because this is while Catch is working on the engine, but
All right.
Yeah.
Rayath will take minor note of it as a weird thing since they wouldn't expect it to be involved in making necrografts.
Yeah, that is reasonable. Okay. So that happens. And now back at the junkyard for real. It's going to take y'all with 2 of you working on the engine, along with Flea Grebe, Rattlesnarp, and Goog. The 3 goblins seem very excited, and in spite of the bickering and the fighting, they do work well together. Catch, you get the feeling that they will make apt assistance on your ship. And
you have 3 direct reports now.
within-
Catch.
Put that on your
Yeah.
resume.
yeah,
Like 2 weeks on the
within,
job and 3 direct reports.
I was gonna say, really moving up quickly in this corporate
You like
world.
this new organization better than the other one?
Oh, of course.
Giving
I
you more
love
responsibility
having
right off the
minions. I'm where I always should have been. Demonic entity with goblin minions. I'm the beginning of my own Eldritch horror story. I love it.
You are.
yeah. So, first day goes by well. Gus is out of surgery. Gus, like I said before, you feel pretty good. Do you all regroup on the ship?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I would go back and I would start pitching in.
Ugh.
Hand morphs into tools.
Well, probably the second day.
Yeah. That
Tools,
I was
pull the
just
tool
imagining
out
this
of
be sort of a
bag.
Gus,
Everybody,
I don't want you
regrouping.
lifting that.
Okay, hand start morphing into cooking implements, and then I start doing cooking. Dinner for everyone.
Oh.
all right. So you all
We
share a
gotta
dinner
keep
in the
our
galley.
strength up.
Yeah. And the
How's
dinner.
everything going?
You guys keep talking at the same time.
Sorry.
Everything seemed to go well with the surgery. The cult leader did not do anything suspicious to our untrained eyes.
Good.
Look at my scar.
It throbs.
He lifts to show that one scar, and then like the entire right side of his body is just covered in scar tissue. Just this one's black though.
Well, hopefully it works as well as the doctor said it would. Catch, how's the engine repairs coming?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. These bozos here aren't so bad. I did notice a little bit of weird scarring on this part. He doesn't look like it was. It kind of almost looks like sabotage. And Ketch pulls up, a pad that he's presumably taken a picture of it with and passes it around the table.
Interesting. It did. This whole wreck was a little bit suspicious to begin with. Bastards.
Yeah. If you look really close and he like zooms it in on like the edge of it, like you can see that this is like it exploded from the outside, not the inside. So it was an inside job. Yeah.
With,
that looks like a definite hole.
Yeah, it was my thought too, Gus.
With a grenade, or how would you make this explosion?
Is there a way to tell that, or is it kind of like a
the sticky residue on around the hole, I should say. You can't have it on a hole, but the sticky residue around the hole implies that this was some sort of thermal paste that would have it would have conducted heat to then melt it and create what's the word?
So I rephrase what I said. Instead, it's Ketch says, so you can see the residue here. It looks like it might have burned from the outside instead of the inside, which is a little weird for internal combustion.
Oh, that is weird. As a completely random coincidence, that compound is also possessed by the what was the name of the cult guy?
Reigen Vool.
Reigen Vool also had a thermal compound in their warehouse. Maybe it is just a very popular substance right now.
Curious. That doesn't seem like something that would be involved in making necrographs, does it? Someone with mysticism, maybe.
That's us. We have mysticism. I guess we do know. Wow, we know a lot about necrographs. We never really just thought to roll.
You learned a lot from Reigen Vool when he was talking.
Yeah. Ralph just soaked it all up.
Not once did he mention a thermal compound being used in the crafting of necrographs.
That is
Marath
true.
is absolutely certain.
We didn't want to bring it up at the time. It seemed rude. We thought it was maybe a weird hobby of theirs.
All right, Google does.
What burning stuff?
Spreading thermal lubricant on things.
It does sound like it might be a sexual thing.
We didn't want to say it.
He does stand to benefit from
experiment?
a large influx of dead here on the station.
Oh. You think that? I did not see thousands of dead bodies in their warehouse.
Well, how do you think he's making the black hearts?
You did see the cryogenic null space chambers as well, Marath.
Oh, and we didn't look, and he didn't take us inside of them. Or no, there were.
Hope not.
I see. Yes, it is possible. They had null space chambers to hold lots of material, presumably. But does this? So this means that he is a wait. But wasn't there a pirate that we thought attacked the ship?
Yes, Karva, the Razor, Tremeshkin. I might have transposed those two names, but yes. Tremeshkin, the Razor, Karva is the pirate.
And does it seem like Tremeshkin's tactics, or is it totally out of left field? I seem to recall making a pretty good check on Tremeshkin before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Tremeshkin, the Razor Karva. I mean, this sounds like, sure, on the surface, this sounds like a pirate attack, right? Pirate attacks the ship, and something goes wrong, everybody dies. However, what is notable is that Tremeshka, the Razor, has not really been boasting about it, and
that's out of character, I take it.
Yeah. Yes.
And who said that the Razor did this?
You're just hearing it from news bulletins all over the docking bay.
It's being reported.
Nobody in
Got it.
particular. Yeah. It is the widely accepted fact.
Worrisome.
Yeah, Sloane will point this out.
State of
What should we
journalism
do?
in the fact world is a shambles.
Ooh, maybe we should steal all of his null space chambers and find out what is in them. And then we can give them back if there aren't, if nothing is suspicious, and apologize.
Killing an entire ship full of people for their hearts. Profit. Monstrous.
Yes, that's why we should find out if he did it.
If we do find out, what do we do? Because don't we need the necrographs to complete the contract?
We do. And we don't have a lot of time to beat the other crew.
Take the necrographs and then beat him up? Is that what we do to bad people now?
I think that's what we do to bad people now. High five!
5 bugs fly.
Well, we can't trust the legitimate authorities to handle it. That's for damn sure.
It's just grumbles under his breath something about good versus bad and the false dichotomy.
Yes, that's why I said maybe we should beat him up.
We disapprove of your actions.
said.
Punch!
Pronouns are hard.
Well, we can certainly poke into him and see if he caused this on purpose. Get some justice for the dead, if need be.
Okay.
But we have to finish the ship first. Catch, do you think with Gus's help you could finish it up this morning before the black hearts are done?
Yes, you do.
Sorry, I just want to say, Ghost, I just saw the legend reference. Mwah, chef's kiss.
We probably want to get the black hearts started unloading first before we confront him about this. Because we do need those black hearts.
Argo
Well.
first.
Maybe we should investigate whether it is true before we confront him on it.
Agreed.
I'm not sure how we can verify it, though.
I
We
am
can-
not sneaky.
Guys, why don't you go back for a checkup? That scar looks pretty gnarly.
Oh no! All right.
I think tomorrow afternoon when we go to pick up the black hearts, you should have the doctor look at it.
Okay.
Ooh,
Bluffing
and then,
Gus so that Gus believes this.
Oh my god, yeah. Because
and then Gus won't have to bluff because
Exactly.
he believes it.
With a
Yeah.
19.
That's a really interesting way
Oh no, is that
to
we have to roll again, or can we pick?
get around a bluff check.
Do you have a +1? Take a +1.
We do have a
I can
plus one. I'll take a
assist.
+1.
I can assist.
Jeez. Oh yeah, Nuna can retroactively assist.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
She can't though.
It's okay
Oh, wait, no,
because
this would be
Catch
11.
was also assisting. Oh no!
Morath will also assist.
Oh my god, please.
Oh, dang it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. None of them are very believable, but Sloane is going to use a +1 to be very believable.
God. Yes, please spend your resources on this very important thing that you just concocted.
It's very important because Gus can't bluff.
Yeah, Gus cannot bluff.
Killing me. I love it.
I mean, neither can we apparently.
Okay, so for those of you listening at
Mr. E
home,
Legos, MRE Legos.
That is
James.
yes, Mr. Yes, that is James, Mr. Ilegos. How do you pronounce that, James? Tell us.
How do you want us to say it?
As
Morelagos.
Mr.
those of you-
Or
Ilegos.
perhaps Morelagos. Maybe it's not
I like
Mr.
MRE
Legos.
Legos. That's-
Oh,
Mr.
MRE Legos.
Legos.
Oh yeah, just man, I can't get enough of these MRE Legos. Oh, mystery Legos, like mystery.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Very
You
nice.
thought Captain Crunch cut the roof of your mouth.
I'm just saying MRE is not a common abbreviation of mystery.
Mr.
No, it
Wait,
definitely
let me.
is.
Oh, wait, I'm not
Mr.
saying that on
E.
stream.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr. E. All
he's,
right.
he's just
I'll
more
give it
hip
to
than you are, Simon.
you. Yeah.
So,
More hip. Which will bring it up to 20, so that Gus believes Sloane that scar looks bad.
lovely.
You know, I had to roll an 18 to get that high.
Yeah, I was thinking before you rolled it, I was like, that's a pretty high bluff.
The rest
Gus
of the
can't
crew
have more
barely
than...
containing giggles, but Sloane is holding Gus's eye contact, so he's not noticing the rest of the party.
Yeah,
Snickering.
lovely.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The idea of
So-
Morale
Okay,
snickering.
Captain. Gus like puts some like Bactine on it and like a Hello Kitty Band-Aid or something.
Oh, Gus. Precious
So-
cinnamon roll.
We fast forward to tomorrow, unless you all have any more pertinent lies you need to tell each other or plans you need to make.
No, all we'll do is goof.
Okay.
Yeah, no lies. Just how much more time of like how many more hours of daylight do I have to work with?
I am going to, because I don't actually, believe it or not, I like numbers in these games. I don't want to tally it down to hours. You are going to have the time to finish it by tomorrow, because this is the end of the first day. You will have time to finish it by the end of tomorrow, if that is agreeable to you.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and we're
I'm down with that. I wasn't worried about the group though. I was being selfish and thinking about myself.
Oh, why ever
I
four?
imagine we'll
However,
have some
for-
time in the afternoon because we were at 1.8 with just the two, so we're somewhere north of 1.2 and less than 1.8.
No, Ketch is just interested in he's level 3 now. He has all this this new knowledge in his huge brain for different guns, and he wants to make a new one. It doesn't sound like I have enough time to do that yet, though.
Big brain.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got to use this big
but
brain,
if you think
otherwise
about it, you're gonna have.
use it or lose it, right?
You can gather
Yeah.
supplies and do it while we're.
Well, I tell you what.
That's what I was gonna do.
Or
if we don't have time today.
if I can be the devil on your shoulder, I'll let you be fatigued for tomorrow if you just spend the whole night working on it.
That seems like a very Catch thing. That seems like a very Catch thing.
late thing.
Why would you do this to me?
Because part of being a GM is knowing how to tempt your players, Leif.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. When y'all
That is
get up
big-
the next morning, Catches like, or probably not sitting in the. He's been doing this in the engineering room, in the engineering
That's
bay,
not
but
how that
like
goes.
when y'all see Catch in the morning, he's definitely like no checks needed. He's definitely stayed up all night. He's got the bags under his eyes. He's got like his 5th cup of coffee just shaking in his hand here.
I'm beginning to suspect that perhaps it was Catch that got the necrograft. Just judging by the way he looks today.
Oh, Catch, you should come with me. They'll fix you right up.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I'm fine. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm good. And just big sip of coffee.
We have to pick up the black hearts today too, so we'll all go.
Ah, good. Moral support.
All right.
I'm marking
just
fatigue
won't
on my
have-
sheet.
We just won't have Catch use any heavy machinery.
Yeah, I am.
Give me your gun, Catch.
I'm fine. Goes to pick up the coffee again and like accidentally knocks it over.
Oh god.
Nuna says no heavy machinery, and Gus is like, all right, Gus, give me your gun.
Yeah.
So I am 90% sure off the top of my head that fatigue is the result of not getting enough sleep. Feel free to correct me in Twitch chat if I am wrong. This did come up with Ghost at one point. I know Ghost and I were talking about this in our old Dead Sons game, so maybe Ghost will know.
You are very much correct.
Hey, awesome. So you all sound.
Is there a roll I get to make to maybe avoid this? You know what? We're not even gonna worry about it. I'm fatigued.
Yeah, I think there might be. If you can tell you what, Leif, if you can find it and you care enough, you tell me what the roll is, and because I want to get the Ghost is saying.
I think Catch is just a sleepy boy.
That's fine. So
Sleepy boy.
you all go to pick up.
Oh well, hold
the
on. No,
black
there it
card.
is though. So I'm gonna do the mechanics. Sorry. DC 15 fort save.
Oh,
14.
missed it by that
We had a
much.
+1, right? Or did that already get you?
It got
We
used.
do have another
see.
+1. We have 2 more.
All right, I'm gonna take it.
No, wait,
my
I see
God.
a
Oh, you wanted
reroll.
to be a
Hold on.
sleepy
Hold on.
boy.
Hold
I
on,
see
hold on,
two
hold on, hold
rerolls.
on, hold on. What's up, Tom?
Oh,
I see
yes,
2
these are
rerolls.
rerolls, not +1s.
These are not +1s.
Oh, well, that's I don't trust reroll.
Especially when you rolled an 11 on the die. That's
yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
you should absolutely not use a reroll.
No,
Yeah, just be
I'm not
sleepy.
going to. I'm not going
He's a
to.
sleepy boy. That
I'm just
catch.
gonna be sleepy. Hey, thanks, Mystery Legos, for that subscription. Oh, hey, and
Thanks
thanks,
very
Drunk
much.
Fat Ninja. I'm gonna not be sleepy.
We did it. We stalled long enough to get catch that +1.
Ah,
So-
we win.
How do
All right, so
people
catch.
play Starfinder without an audience to give them +1s?
I do worry that it is a crutch sometimes, but we love you all the same.
Okay.
So
And they love us, clearly. They don't want me to be sleepy. Thanks, guys.
So we continue on. You all go to the facility to get the 50 tons of black hearts from this this nice cult leader who's definitely nice.
On the up and up.
And
Totally.
yes. We'll say for the sake of logistics, you can finish up the drift engine. Get that. The goblins will start installing that on your ship. So then it also gives Ragenvul the time to finish the black hearts because it's the beginning of the second day, not the end of the second day. So you begin. You finish up the drift drive. The goblins say, "Okay, yeah, we'll get that installed for you, Captain," and get to work. And then back to the facility. So let me take us back there on the map.
Ooh, map.
Catch gives the
It's a new
goblins each
day.
a high five in the secret handshake style that he bothered to teach them instead of working for a little bit yesterday.
Of course.
Get back 3
So-
more hit points.
Yes, it is a new day. You get your hit points equal to your level back.
Yep. Up to 20. Or the 22.
Mr. Fool, my side is itchy and it doesn't feel great. And I don't think that this token is linked to my sheet because my hit points maximum and stamina maximum are not accurate, I don't think. Let me double check.
I see it linked.
Okay, sorry. I was just misinterpreting some data.
That's okay. So, Drunk Fat Ninja, you can't give away the next twist. God. The best part is going to be
But
when
we
the goblins
trust-
steal the starship instead of fixing it.
Oh my
we
god.
trusted you.
Awful trusting.
Which really doesn't make
For-
any
for
sense
people who
considering we
hold-
just met them and they're goblins.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
spacist.
It would have been overnight. Everyone would have healed 3 hit points, by the way.
That was said, yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
you get there, Gus goes to the computer and says, "Mr. Vul, my side is itchy," and you get back from Ragenvul. Yes, all right. I will meet you in the recovery room. And he waves you over to 3. Did I remove? Are there no walls?
Yes, you did take them down because. No,
Why?
there's walls.
Yeah, there's
can-
no walls.
You have line of sight blocking.
It's in explore mode, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay,
We've
so
let the
it has
windows
revealed all the
be
area. Yes.
open. Yeah, so the places we've been in, we can see.
Right, if I hit Control L, I can see what you can see. Good. Now, while you all are doing that, there is a computer in this lobby that if you all are suspicious of Mr. Vul, I don't mean to tell you how to do your characters, but
Hey.
you could stealthily, because there is a camera in here, you'll need to make a stealth check in order to
Ooh.
not be detected doing this.
Well,
Oh,
let's
Kronk.
do things in the right order then.
But what if some bugs land on the lens?
Sloane is
no.
pretty stealthy, but she'll go with. Actually, yeah, we would have had time to plan this.
Yes.
So, who's not stealthy?
Me.
Okay, so and that makes sense that Auntie
Mhm.
would go with Gus. Like that
Mhm.
doesn't look weird at all.
Yeah. Auntie can play a concerned caregiver
Yeah.
very effectively.
But we do also have to pick up the black hearts. So maybe this gets us, this gets us some time. The three of us can be sneaky.
Do we expect that the black hearts have already been constructed at this point?
Yeah, they should be done, right?
They're close. He's finishing them up now.
But we could.
Well, can we do this once he's actually done?
Yeah. I thought we were going to come over for both, taking
that is fine.
shipment and getting Gus a checkup.
Yes. Let us say, for the sake of, you get a message from him saying that the black hearts are done, and which maybe changes your reason for being here, too. But Gus can still distract him with a Mr. Vool.
A good distraction.
My side is itchy. Okay, so yes, the black hearts are done. Awaiting pickup.
All right.
In that case, the three of us can probably go around the back and start getting things loaded up and creep in that way.
Catch
The
this.
doctor's distracted.
You two go ahead. I'll catch up just a couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll start getting the black hearts loaded while you guys talk to the doctor.
Yeah.
Catch, you want to roll me a stealth check?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this first. So, when Ketch is alone in the room, they will first, noticing this camera, lower the light level by 1 step in the room.
Okay.
That's not suspicious.
I don't know what kind of bonus to give because of that.
I guess it depends on who's watching on the other end of the camera.
Yeah, I think basically what it would do would be allow Ketch to stealth without cover.
Yeah, that's fair. And the camera
gives me cover of some kind to be in a light source or out of a light source.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the camera doesn't have the same senses of the person watching through it. That's how cameras work.
Yeah.
So.
Standard cameras don't have night vision or low light.
Believe it or not, this camera might not have dark vision.
My God. What a piece of junk.
It's not dark. It's just a 1 step lower. So presumably it's gone from lit to dim light.
Sure.
Yeah, low light. Sorry, it's low light in this. Okay. And now here's your stealth check. Oh my.
Okay. Wow, you're really good at stealth, my friend.
Yeah.
That's great.
You might want to use a
That's 3 for
reroll.
total.
Good, not
Total
great.
13.
Yeah,
We do have 2 rerolls.
we have 2. Okay.
And that is a 3.
Yeah. I'm gonna reroll it. Hey, that's a 17 on the die.
That's much better.
28.
All right. So that's a 28. That's a 28 stealth.
All right, so with a 28, you sneak up to the computer. There's no result to tell you, really, because you're trying to sneak past a security camera, so...
Yeah. We will find out one way or another if I was noticed.
Yeah. So, go ahead and... Yes, Nick?
Quick point of order is this. We were talking about going around to the loading bay to start loading up the black hearts. Have Sloane and Morath gone that way and Ketch has stayed in this room? Is that what we're doing right now?
It sounds like that's what Ketch wanted us to do.
I kind of figured if you guys wanted to be lagging behind as I started this, if you wanted to do something, I would not be opposed to that.
No, we can go around in the loading bay while you just sort of stay there. I like that dramatically. That's good.
Cool.
All right,
That's what's
Morath,
happening then.
let's go to the loading bay.
All right. We already got a tour, so we know exactly where it is.
I imagine it's this B8 back here is the loading bay.
Yes, it's the large garage in the back.
I
Thank
I
heavens
like that
we
you
got
two just
that
crashed
tour.
through the window. All right, let's go load up.
Yeah, just
Six-year-old.
that kid from The Simpsons. So, all right, so while they are moving around back, Gus and Auntie Nuna, you move into B3. Oh boy, telling the story from 3 different perspectives. How exciting. So you move
You're
into
welcome.
B3, the recovery room. And Gus, it is very familiar to you at this point. You're very intimately familiar with this room. And Reigen Vool will come in and say, Gus, so you said that you were having some issues with your necrograft.
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little bit itchy, and my captain looked at it, and they said that I should have you double check it because it looked bad. And Gus is like,
Yeah. Okay, all right. I will lay down on the table. I'll take a look at it. And he begins going through, a checklist, if you will. He pulls up a he pulls up a data pad and starts looking, comparing data, and scans you real quick with the device and yada, yada, yada. And we cut back to Ketch in the lobby.
Yeah. There's that computer's check for you. Oh my gosh. A 19
right.
is all I got this time around.
A 19. I need to scroll back. Let's see. Hacking the computer here. But Past Tom didn't tell me the DC. The DC for that computer is probably yeah.
Aren't you past Tom?
Man, he's usually such a stand-up guy. He usually leaves me so much information. No,
Every
this
once
is
in a while. Past Tom's not
You're-
perfect.
you have gotten it though. Oh, don't say that. Past Tom is perfect.
But who
Now.
is perfect? Past Tom, apparently.
Catch, you are able to find like a sort of. You're not entirely sure why he kept this on this lobby computer, but you're able to, let's say you're able to get through, find a hidden directory to a different computer, and are able to find a recorded message. Oh no, this makes sense. Forget that I said that. You find a recorded message from one Otan Sema, the owner of the Harlequin's Prayer, if you remember from the news bulletins, who died on the ship, expressing their admiration for Reigen and inviting him aboard the ship for an all-expenses-paid cruise. This invitation, which remember when you first came to this facility, you had to record a message saying, "Hey, this is why I want to come in. I have an appointment. I don't have an appointment." So this was recorded by Otan Sema, owner of the Harlequin's Prayer, a month ago, and it appears that Reigen accepted.
Thus,
But we thought that all of the people on that ship were killed.
Yes, the ship. All of those people were killed less than a month ago, very recently.
Yeah, well, here's the thought that's going through Ketch's head right now is that this guy was invited aboard by somebody who was, who admired him very much, and he used this opportunity to sabotage and acquire more material.
Or maybe even, do we know what happened to the body of the owner?
Presumably,
Nah,
whatever happened to the
Same.
rest of the bodies?
yeah, same as everybody else.
Well, but if the body was there, part of the deal could have been, hey, I'll give you all of my passengers' bodies and pick up mine and, reanimate me. I long for the embrace of undeath or whatever.
I guess I was just assuming there wasn't any deal involved. It was more of a...
He did try to sell us on contracts that he could have our bodies if we die. So, there could be
but if Richey
involved for sure.
Richey sold you those. Remember, Richey, your broker in the club.
Oh, that's right.
If he'd had the captain on board, though, he probably wouldn't have needed to burn out the engine to blow it up, right? Owner. But I don't think it's germane. In either case, this feels like pretty solid evidence.
Yeah. So
He was there. We have evidence that he was there.
Yeah.
Ketch
will download it to his rig. Which I don't know if people have picked up on this or if I've even mentioned it, but his rig is taking the form of his goggles and a little data pad that he's got.
Nice.
Perfect.
Does it have flames painted on the side, like hot rod?
Oh, you know it. The goggles, the pad, everything. The gun. This is actually true too. The gun has decal flames on it at this point.
Oh, I love it. Now, one point that I did not get across that is included in the invitation was Otan and Sema, owner of the Harlequin's Prayer, invited Vigan Rule to a cruise that was earlier, to a different cruise than the one on which everybody died.
Right. But he could have
Same
still,
Same ship, different day. That's all I'm saying.
And on the ship.
Yeah.
Wasn't there when everyone died. Got it.
Yes, yeah, but I wanted to make that clear that he wasn't on that Raiganpool wasn't on the cruise the day that the cruise was
I
killed.
see.
No, that's
But
good
he
to
could
know.
have set something up
Yeah,
while he was there.
he certainly
that's
had the chance to and the motive to sabotage.
the means and the opportunity
There it is.
and the motive.
It's got a lot, is what you're
Is
There's
saying.
a lot
enough?
going on here.
Is that enough to justify beating him up?
I was gonna say that's enough to convict in court, isn't it?
I think we get to choose.
we've beaten up for
We are
less.
judge, jury, and executioner.
Oh no,
Oh wait, are we
We
killing or
find-
just beating up? We were unclear on that point.
Vigilantes.
We're so far unclear. We're poking into it because the legitimate authorities can't be trusted.
The ends justify the means. Remember, we learned that from that one drow. Sinjin.
Yeah,
Same
Nobody
thing.
correct him. Nobody correct him.
right.
We're
The
not.
drow
Gus
that
is-
you stole the ship
Gus is
from.
with the doctor.
This discussion is
That was done in Gus's voice, but that was definitely just me making a goof.
Do we find anything while we're searching the cargo area for anything additionally suspicious?
Loading ramp.
Well, I mean,
No.
first we have to. We
If
got to
you-
the door.
You hit the
door
buzzer.
Open. Yeah.
You hit the buzzer, the door will open. There's a little, security camera there that you can put your face in front of so Vul sees that it's you and he'll buzz you in, so to speak. The door opens. And
All right. Cool.
yeah.
Wanna open the door for us.
Oh, right. Yeah, on roll 20 on the table.
Yeah, that would be
The door for
much
the players.
appreciated.
The player's door. That door.
Aw, thank you.
You're very
Is there
welcome.
anybody in here? Empty.
No, you see small stock room containing a wall-mounted computer and shipping containers full of mundane supplies. You find, if you're poking around, there
And
is.
we are.
I mean, hold on. Is there a camera?
Double check. I would not lie to you about this. No. Singularity House
Now,
cameras.
When a GM says I would not lie to you about this, I immediately go to okay, they're lying to me.
I
And I don't
know,
know if that's
and
on
that's why I
trauma
say
or
these
what.
fun things. It's like how I tempt fate, right? I
Just
like to
make us
tempt fate. I like
suspicious.
to make people suspicious of me. But I am telling you the truth when I say that there's no camera in this room.
We poke around, completely convinced by our DM.
I'm sorry, too
Nope,
traumatized.
There's
to
no
trust.
camera in this room. That's right.
Yeah, sure isn't. So you
Perception
find
check of
perception check of 8. That's great. So
Oh,
you
God.
find a set of Mark 1 animistic tools. The tools grant a bonus to the engineering skill. These are from Armory, page 120.
Nice.
So
Should we steal these because he's a bad person?
Can't hurt to pocket them.
We
I don't
pocket
think
them.
they're cool.
You said armory, Tom?
yes, Armory, page
Yeah.
120. Animistic
Wow.
tools.
Why have I never heard of these?
There's so much stuff now.
Yeah. So
But our cargo is not in this room.
Sure, it is. It doesn't describe it there, but it makes sense that it would be here.
where else would it be?
So Marath went on the tour. Which room did they see the null space chambers?
B6 to your east here. Let me. That door. Doors.
Marath will undulate over
Mm,
and try opening the doors.
that door is locked.
Oh,
We're gonna need.
he locked it
Wait.
behind us.
Sloane
Oh.
looks around. Where the heck did Catch go?
I was gonna say Ketch can show up right about now if you guys want him to. How long does
Yeah,
it take me to
that's
do that computer check?
Oh, like a minute.
Yeah. Ketch will
So
show
by
up
the
right about
time
now.
you get by the time they get in here and find those animistic tools, Ketch is walking up behind them, we'll say.
Ketch walks up behind you and says, "Locked door, you say, huh?"
There you are. Yes.
Yep.
Can you get this open?
It wasn't locked yesterday.
Sure. Let me give it a shot here.
Oh yeah, let me unlock this door. Jeez Louise.
Beautiful.
Oh, not 20! 31 plus 4 for my thieves' tools is a 35.
Isn't that just so
You needed-
satisfying? Oh, mechanics and doors.
You
No
needed a
door,
14.
mechanic.
You needed a
There wasn't a door here. What door are you even talking about?
Yeah, you take you take
PF2E
that
double
door-
crit.
Yes. You
Fonzie.
take that door apart, strip it down to its
I don't open
core
the door.
components.
I dismantle that door and I put it back together when we're through on the other side.
Oh, make sure to reassemble it unlocked, though.
Of course.
You might want to move your token up here, just in case we get
What's
into
in
trouble.
B6?
Oh yeah,
I'll put them up there. I have moved you. It's at the north of the map, Leif.
I was in the middle of moving my token and you took him from my hand. That was
That
funny.
is how it goes, yes.
You got it, dude. So, B6. This chamber contains cryogenically cooled null space chambers for mass storage. The storage containers hold frozen corpse flesh, less than it held at the beginning of this process. But yes, this is where Reigenvool stores the dead bodies to make into necrografts. So,
It isn't suspicious in itself, because
no, I
Yeah,
mean,
we-
that's part and parcel, right? But
Yeah, we expected him to have the dead bodies, I guess.
do you
So
poke
unless
around?
he... Yeah, I mean, we
so
search.
poke around, see if
Maybe he has a
Anything like
diary
that.
entry somewhere.
Yeah, dear diary. Man, I
Dear
can't
diary.
believe I killed all those people. It was so
I
great.
got away with it.
Yes. Mwahaha, Reigenvool. So you
The
poke
signatures
around
of two
in,
witnesses under it.
yeah. You poke around in the null space chambers and takes you probably like 5 or 6. He's got a lot of them in here. They are but then you open one, and in it you spot a Sheeran head.
Oh,
Sloane,
What was this, the pirate?
you are very familiar with the pirate, in fact, Tremeshkin the Razor Karva. You already made a check on the Razor before, and so I'm not even going to make you roll the culture check here. You know that this is the head of Tremeshkin the Razor Karva. Free captain.
oh. Suppose that answers that question.
Ketch takes a picture for posterity's sake.
Explains why Carv has been so silent on this whole matter.
I wonder if the free captains would take exception to someone executing one of their own.
Oh, almost certainly.
We might not have to do anything.
Well,
But wouldn't it feel satisfying to do something?
It would, and the free
Maria,
captains
too.
would probably look pretty kindly on us taking down Carva's killer.
Let us look through the rest of this to see if there are tools we can use against him, or at least take from him in vengeance.
Sloane texts this picture to Auntie Nuna on the other side of the building.
Auntie Nuna raises her eyebrows but says nothing.
Not to Gus, because Gus
Of
is
course,
busy
yeah.
perpetuating a deception that we have convinced him is true.
plus, can you imagine how Gus would react if he received a picture of a severed head?
Yeah, no, we're not sending the severed head to Gus. Just to Auntie Nuna.
Also, it's from his perspective, it is itchy because he shaved his whole body.
Yeah, everything.
Oh,
He just
yeah,
doesn't
the crystal.
understand. He hasn't put
Yeah.
2 and 2 together.
He's been convinced that he should be worried about it and
poor
talk to the
Gus.
doctor.
And he's a hypochondriac, so of course so of course it's itchy, so it's something bad!
What Space
Doesn't
WebMD
anymore.
says it must be cancer.
Oh.
Face empty.
WebMD says it's a bad
WebMD.
infection and he's gonna die.
Oh,
Infosphere MD.
MRSA.
Is this door locked?
Is that a door? Yes, it is. Sorry, you were
Hold on,
standing
though.
next to it, and your nameplate was blocking where the door. The door is the same color as the floor. Of course, that door is locked. It is also.
So we're
Yes.
snooping at this point. In character, I guess. Catch will ask. You guys want me to lock this door, make sure nobody walks in on us?
I don't think we don't think we need to do that. We know where the doctor is. And we will
He
be going
is-
back out that way anyways.
Cutting back
All
to
right,
that
Mary, I
perspective.
trust you. Catch comes over here.
The good doctor is currently inspecting Gus, running some tests on the scar tissue around.
Right, but what is oh man, I can't remember his name. The goof is ruined. Right, but what is Vorsen doing? There we go.
Why Vorsen?
The good cat.
You said
I think
good doctor.
Yeah.
He's definitely not good.
He's a bad doctor. That's the joke.
Yeah. And now I've had to explain it, and now it's
If it makes you feel better, I still don't get it. So you unlocking this door?
that's
Thorson
okay.
is the wrong name. That's probably why.
It's the wrong name. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't. What's this dude's name?
This doctor's name is
Reagan
Dragon
Fool.
Fool.
Fool. Reagan Fool.
Dr. Fool!
Because Vorsen
Thinking of
was
somebody
the
from,
Sharon.
Yeah, Vorson was the
TFC.
detective. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay. Wait,
Twilight.
roll an engineering check first.
Wait, but you're in the scene. Never mind.
All right, so. Catch,
Sorry,
step
haven't
up.
completed the purge of last season, I guess.
Yes, can you open this door to the south?
Yep, just vamping and buying myself some time to reopen my character sheet.
Ooh.
Yeah, with a 24. It's actually 28 with my tools.
All right, yeah. With your
I guess I'm
thieves'
standing
tools,
right here when the door opens.
specially crafted for doing this. That door, in fact, opens. I don't know why I neglected to put a door there. Please step through.
And I imagine the way this works with the goggles and everything. Catch is basically like they're very lightly X-rayed. You know, he can see just through the first layer into the electronics, so he knows how to hack the door properly.
I like that.
Do we want to check this
So-
little control room?
That is the control room, yes.
We've seen
Yeah.
into
Is it
but
locked?
we haven't actually checked it.
It is locked. All of these doors are locked.
All right, Catch.
All of these doors are locked.
I'm just gonna keep rolling numbers.
That's why you always bring a mechanic.
Mhm.
Oh no, they
welcome
keep
to-
going down. It's only at 22 this time, guys.
Risky
Oh,
business,
no.
friend, but you make it through. And in B5, this small triangular room contains a computer that controls the necrofabricator and stores all of Rygan's personal records. That last part, he probably didn't tell you, Morayoth, but you knew about the first part, and you're gonna know about the second part, I imagine, when you hack this.
We hacked this.
Luckily for you, Rygan does not seem to be in the room because there is a big plate glass wall,
Yeah, we know where
staring
he is.
into
It's with us.
the lab.
Yeah.
Distraction. We're very good at this.
Every
So-
time that the doctor starts like trying to wrap things up, Auntie Nuna might go,
Well, I'm just worried it doesn't look healthy.
and like we'll just sort of like stoke Gus's fears again, and we sort of yeah.
Poor Gus.
Or Gus just starts like giving him nonsensical things like, well, sometimes when I do this thing, my hooves feel wet. I don't understand it. Or one time I did this thing and then my head started hurting and I don't know why. And he's just like talking about like, oh, he hit his head on a cabinet, but he didn't it just stunned him briefly. And he's like, I lost track of 30 seconds and stuff like that.
I fail to see how that is relevant to what you came here initially for, but Nuna, make me a bluff check. To help this story.
Oh no!
Uh,
Do we have
Oh
a reroll? Because I
You have,
rolled a toot.
you have two rerolls.
We do.
currently.
We have two.
All right, let's do another
Ooh,
one.
and let me give you a toot toot. You deserve it, Nuna.
right.
Ghost said, pump it up. For this
All right.
roll.
So that's plus 2 to 19 is 21.
Yes. So 21 is going to do it. And he buys your story for a little bit longer. You have bought your friend some more time as he reluctantly takes a look at tries to think, I should say, of correlations between a necrograft and hooves feeling wet. So you've got that computer's check, and
I'll direct your attention to that other crit. Nat 20.
A natty 20 on the computer's check for a 31 at level 3. Hang on, at level 3, 31. Oh, thank you so
Pretty
much.
good.
Well,
Matcha latte.
I'm a mechanic. I don't know what to tell you. They wanted me to have these rolls.
Sorry, sidebar. They put blueberry in the matcha latte, which tastes delicious.
Oh.
Nice. Very
Why?
nice.
Yes, I got this
Oh
yesterday,
my.
and it wasn't in there yesterday or 2
How
days
do I
ago.
get one of those?
I'll just
Currency.
here. Ready? Just.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sure that wasn't
Okay.
horrifying for anyone.
Yeah.
No.
That just did it for somebody, I bet. So
Yeah, that'll get
You're
clipped on
welcome.
Twitch.
yeah, we've now been we've got a strike against us for vor.
I think we've been
So-
demonetized, and I don't think we even are making money yet.
Now, that computer. On this computer, you find plenty of plans and sort of calculations and the plot of Reigenvul to, in fact, blow up the Harlequin's prayer. You find enough evidence here to certainly, alongside the other evidence that you've picked up, to certainly, without a doubt, say that Reigenvul is in fact responsible for the destruction of the Harlequin's prayer and the thousands of lives on board.
Yeah, I'd say
Well-
this guy ain't no space Mother Teresa.
Is there any record of the argument that he put in Gus being malicious?
No. You'll find some notes on it, infusing it with extra necromantic energies and whatnot, the process therein, but he truly believes that this is an advancement in necrograph technology.
And remind me, was he charging us anything for these black cards?
No, you were kind enough to
That's his soul.
be a test subject. Yes, Gus's soul, for 50 tons of black hearts.
And then all the other additional parts. Kind of like when you go to a jeweler and they don't charge you because they're going to be taking some silver off of the ring or whatever.
Yeah, but in this case, he provided all the silver.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. How do we know that he didn't do that with Gus? He might have taken a little bit of flesh for his work.
Took 50 tons of Blackheart material from Gus.
Yeah, either way, this
Yeah,
does have the classic dilemma of we discover this dude is bad, but they've been good to us. How vindictive do we feel?
I mean, I know how Ketch would react with this. Ketch is willing to hold on to this until he needs to blackmail someone.
Yeah. Sloane's like, well, we could use this to blackmail him, but like, he doesn't have anything we need now other than the black cards. But killing thousands of innocent people is also not okay. Oh, that's right. We stand to gain because we have the evidence that he killed the free captain. We get that revenge. We can take it back to the other free captains. Be like,
Yes.
We solved your necromancer problem.
We solved your
That you
missing
didn't know you
captain
had.
puzzle.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, the good feeling of justice.
Yeah, sure, that too.
Maria, that too.
Yes.
Marath
Marath,
is a
you-
justice owner.
Marath, you murder hobo.
No, he is bad. He is the murder hobo.
It is very murder hobo-y to kill thousands of people so you gain. That is, I think, the definition of murder hoboing.
I don't know if you could call him a hobo. It seems like he has a very nice practice. I assume he has a lovely little home up there on the East End. I mean, you know.
Mhm. Probably vacations, Space Hamptons or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyhow, plot.
Yeah, the plot. So, what do you all do? How do you communicate this to each other, or do you, whilst in the facility?
Sloane will shoot another text to Auntie Nuna. Well, he definitely was the one behind the ship's destruction.
What would you like to do about it, dear?
We vote
he belongs
for
to us.
justice.
All right, justice it is.
Oh, we
can say
don't.
that.
We only have one vote.
10,000.
Comprised of 70,000 votes.
All right, everybody but Gus gets a vote because we're using Gus to distract the doctor.
This is not a democracy.
Sloane's pretty much treating it as a democracy. She wants to know what everyone thinks.
She wants to know what everyone thinks, but then she'll make her own decision, and that's the one that.
Remember, we're
That's
going Black Sam Bellamy here. So.
Is there some sort of insight check I could make to tell what this guy's CR level is?
No.
We'll be fine.
It will be fine. But what's Catch's vote? Based on the information we have about this guy.
Okay. In all honesty, let's see here. Catch has just kind of been like with his arms folded, thinking for a minute. And he's like, I don't know if he's really worth the trouble. It's not really my problem. He didn't kill me. He didn't kill my friends. But I trust you guys' judgment. I just don't think it's worth the trouble.
Rayath wants justice, Auntie.
I think that we can get justice for these people and turn the situation to our advantage. Perhaps by...
Let's see. So, Auntie Nuna would be interested in getting the free captains upset with the head. And
Wait, why would they be upset?
Free Captain was murdered and framed.
Mhm.
Oh, upset at this guy, not at us.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
And letting, at the same time, doing a coordinated strike with the information that we've got, putting that out on the infosphere.
But not all at once. I think that it would be easiest if we simply left, did our job, and then circled back. After all, everybody who's dead isn't going to get worse.
But what if he does it again?
It sounds like he plans everything. Did you find any plans for another heist?
Nothing of this scale, but maybe he does it in small doses in between big heists.
Just a little black heart as a snack.
Well, just snatch people off the street. I guess, is there any indication that he's ever done that from the records?
Not really.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
He's a sketchy dude for sure, right? Like, he runs a cult. He views himself, his worshippers view him as a living god. Like, he seems to have a complex. right? This is if he would orchestrate something like this.
Sure, but we don't have a problem with that. We have a problem with the murder of innocents, or Marath has a problem with the murder of innocents. And is there any indication that he will murder any more innocents anytime soon?
Like in the next week or so.
You do not see anything planned on his computer. I leave it up to you with the information that you have right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, then, in that case, with everyone's opinions being heard, Sloane will take all of this newfound evidence, and let's go through our last door. Is this door locked out here in the hallway?
Ketch will want to get one final thought in there and mention, ain't we also supposed to be getting these to a place before some other people's? Like, we don't necessarily have the time to deal with this, right?
Combat only takes a minute.
So, on the topic of combat, I will point out that y'all are not expected to come out of this door here. You were expected to be in the docking bay or the loading bay.
True,
Would
but
you like
there's
to
no
go through
windows
this
on that
locked
exam
door?
room.
Well, true.
Oh,
but
and do you
then
want
how
to
did
search before, or?
search
I
what?
was gonna go through these doors to confront the doctor. We can search before on our way, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
So we are going to confront him. We're just not going to kill him.
That's where Sloane is headed.
Okay.
Okay.
But right now,
I apologize. I misunderstood.
the impediment is a door. Is this door locked?
Ketch is able to unlock that door.
Okay. We'll come into the forge here. We'll give it a quick shakedown.
Okay.
Minutes and minutes of moral quandary debate, and then, combat only lasts a minute.
I mean, narratively a minute. Actual time like an hour.
Who knows? So this is there is nothing in here that you haven't already seen. You've been in this room before. This is the Necroforge itself. There's 8 capsules lying on the floor, surrounding in a ring of arcane runes, surrounding a sort of structure in the center that disperses necrotic energies into the dead bodies in the capsules. So now, what do you? Oh, you go to this door over here. I see. Ketch, you coming? Ketch is not there. I'm moving Ketch over there. Ketch would be probably flanking you opposite Marath. That sound fair?
Sure.
Sloane will throw open these doors.
One quick question for Tom. One quick question before we get to the drama. Would Gus be in his armor since he's being examined?
I don't think he would be.
I don't either.
I think he'd be in one of those gowns that
hospital
back.
Yes.
It's one of those gowns that wasn't made for someone his size, so it just covers just shy of the midpoint on his sides.
Tell you what, that gown looks like whatever you want it, Jet, because you might be going into combat with no armor on, but who knows? We'll see, won't we?
I basically was in no armor for the first 2 episodes. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So, Sloane, your dramatic moment.
Well, Dr. Vool, it appears you have some skeletons in your closet.
We get it.
He turns around perturbed when he sees you and says, "What are you doing back there? How did you get back there? You were supposed to be in the loading bay."
Well, we thought we'd just check in and see. We found suspicious evidence of tampering, and it, sure would be a shame if this got back to the free captains, that you murdered one of their own and
Sheeran's head.
Framed them for taking a ship when really it was all you. Quite a feat, if I do say so myself.
I don't have to stand here and be accused by the likes of you. If you are going to do something about this, then you're not going to be leaving here alive.
Huh. Oh, far from it. I'm impressed, honestly. It's a great heist to steal that many bodies right out from under the cruise line's nose.
I don't think you quite understand what you've gotten mixed up in here. And he snaps his fingers, and from the ceiling, I do remember Ghost saying this last time, that when I described that there were the 25-foot ceiling, but 20 feet up was obscured by rafters. From the ceiling descend these 3 monsters. I didn't make a handout for them, so I'll show you a token.
Ooh.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's a
Frankenstein's monster.
Monsters,
Or
and
it's Adam Frankenstein, the creation of Dr. Frankenstein.
regardless, let's not get into semantics right now. On the eve of combat, the monsters have little sort of, they float down because they have a fly speed. It's hard to describe. Let me look at the art in the book. It's very weird. Yeah, they don't have legs. They instead have sort of a hovering apparatus underneath them. They seem to be little assistants of Dr. Vool, and we are going to roll for initiative, my friends.
Oh, dear.
I thought my flattery would work better.
Yeah.
They're little,
Work for us now.
they're little Frankenstein Baron Harkonnens.
Your
Doesn't
mistake
always
was
work.
thinking that he would work for you.
And also
He
we
doesn't work for people.
yeah,
That's
and
fine.
we also thought that he would like be more frightened of being surrounded, but he had like resources we didn't know about. So this kind of makes sense.
All right.
This is fine.
Rolling.
We can kill him too. We're also a
This is
valid
fine.
option.
Rolling initiative for Reigen Vool. All right, man, I just can't
Try to
stop
solve things.
rolling 11.
I always try to solve things with talking, but sometimes they just don't want to talk. Sometimes they just want to smack you in the face.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not very chatty.
No. So
True.
you, Sloane, you are the first one up as you see him making the hostile action of summoning some goons and commanding them to get you. Not in a mechanical sense. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to move somewhere where I still have line of sight. I'm gonna move over here by Moraeoth while I pull my gun. Quick trick! Haha!
Aha!
It's a new day. We have recharged batteries. Ah,
Uh-oh,
well,
that's a
CR
minus
is not
3.
minus 3. 12
Yeah.
versus EAC probably doesn't hit either.
You know what? You might be surprised. Let's double check together, shall we? 12 versus EAC is going to be a hit.
Haha!
So,
Well, that's 4 fire damage.
Except it's still that non-lethal weapon.
That is
He's,
true. And he is an undead Librian. He is a corpse folk. Now, let us double check.
You immune to non-lethal then?
I think all undead are, right?
I am double checking because this falls under the undead immunities. Ability damage, ability drain, energy drain, exhaustion, fatigue, negative levels, and non-lethal damage. Your laser sizzles
Not a
into
laser.
this guy. Your fire sizzles into this guy, and nothing happens. I do apologize. Gotta get rid of that pistol, it seems, because Starfinder is just riddled with things that are immune to things. Go figure.
Mean,
This book in
yeah,
particular
good luck
has
getting
been all.
any other D6 weapon that does that targets EAC at this level.
Listen, I feel ya. Small arms are hard to work with. So that is going to
kind of
be
the point.
Sloane's turn. Yeah. So this Necro Harvester, let me remind myself of my fly speed here. Oh,
Necro Harvester.
Yeah,
Grim.
it really is. Is gonna fly over here to Moraeoth and attempt
Oh,
to
hello.
slam. No, actually, going to attempt to stick you with a wicked-looking syringe that is coming out of its wrist. And makes an attack.
That's got to be really precise.
No.
Versus
18 hits. It's actually relatively easy. You just like squirt it into the middle of the swarm and it gets on a bunch of constituents.
Yes. It is generally assumed that Morayoth is solid enough to hit with things. Unless it misses, and then bets are all off.
I was just picturing the needle going through like 6 bugs.
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
Got it.
And that is its turn. So Necro Harvester, the green, will move up next to Ketch, flanking with its, back to back rather, with its blue Necro Harvester buddy, and tries the same thing with another syringe stick at Ketch. Ooh, with a natural 1 on the die, that is going to be a miss. So, that's a swing and a miss. Yeah. Gus Barrett Sinclair, you are up.
What sort of action is it to roll off this table?
Call it as part of a move action.
All right, I'm gonna roll off the table, gown flapping dramatically around me and probably revealing far more than Nuno wants to see, and manifest my excavation drill as all part of a move action.
It's pretty cool.
And then I'm gonna try and drill into this guy because he's doing Sloane. He's doing a bad to Sloane and my crew.
Anything yet? Actually,
he's instigated it with some goons.
All right.
Gus is very protective, but he rolls poop.
Oh man, that's some scary damage on that drill, though.
Can I get a reroll? That was only a 5. Do we have one?
We do. We do have another reroll. Drunk Fat Ninja.
Do you mind if I
being
take
rolled
it?
right now.
May I roll one more rock? Oh!
No!
That was a second 5, folks. That was a second 5.
Yeah, it was. So that is going to miss with a 5 on the die for a total of 11 versus KAC. We move on to Auntie Nuna.
Auntie Nuna will say, "That's all right, Gus. You can, that's all right, Gus. You can do better you'll do better next time." So I'm going to call that a get 'em. And she's going to move to the other corner here so that she can see out the doors. So,
Okay.
and that's her.
So you move there.
And put a
and
get 'em
now
on
you're-
the doctor.
Okay. Get him on the doctor. The good doctor has not seen anything to convince him that either of you are much of a threat yet. So the good doctor will take a guarded step over here, because he's not a fool. And then he is going to splay his hands out and cast.
Oh no.
And cast.
Get him, Gus.
All right. Well,
Gus already went.
I guess he is a fool. He's going to follow through because I did say this and I don't like changing things. He's going to cast a spell called
Makes sense.
Overheat.
He's egotistical. He's a kid thing Gus will miss.
Oh,
And he's wrong.
Oh, yeah. Suck it, caster.
So for people listening, Gus rolled a natural 20 for 22 piercing damage, and this person, were they capable of bleeding, would be bleeding.
You want to know what, Gus? He only had 21 hit points.
That's funny.
And you know what? It's all because Auntie Nuna believed in him.
It is.
Yeah.
As gruesome as this is, it's probably he turns to face the group. I imagine he's going to cast a spell at the group out in the forge. And you just see his eyes go wide for a second, and this drill just comes right through his torso, just under the breastbone. And it's spinning, and it just splatters his insides everywhere, and he slumps to the ground with this gaping hole in his torso.
The body rotates with the drill.
The body rotates a little bit, and it kind of tumbles off.
Oh, that's gruesome. Holy prunk. All right.
But only if Gus first goes first. Gotta make that angry cow noise.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that guy is dead. Good. Glad we had this chat. Necro Harvester the Red is gonna keep doing what it was told to do, even if its buddy is there. Yeah. He was, as Simon said, very egotistical.
Yep.
He thought that would work. He really thought that this would go differently. So now the Necro Harvester, the Red, is going to attack Sloane with a syringe. That is a 24 versus CAC for 7 points of piercing.
Okay. Ow.
And Catch, we are up to you.
All right. Well, they're undead, so that means this, right? Yeah. Tell me about them
undead.
undead.
Right.
Mysticism.
Don't do this to me.
It is mysticism to know about.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
If it's the undead, then yes, it's mysticism.
They are undead. However, I see Leif seems to be frozen in
Oh yeah, you're
in
right.
outrage.
Frozen in outrage.
I'm not frozen.
Oh.
No, you're just really, really good at holding still, Leif. We've noticed this.
That was good. So I tell you what, Leif, because I am a kind and benevolent GM, these are sort of biomechanical, well, undead mechanical creatures. I'll let you use this physical science roll just this once because you got a nat 20 and I'm your friend and I'm gonna let you do that because you know what, you're gonna kill these things anyway, right? So here we go. Oh, you're muted
I
now.
don't know if I have dark vision.
Oh, no. All right. So the good news is, yes, they have dark vision. Is that good news? That's what you wanted.
Actually, that's actually bad news.
Well, you guessed it. You guessed that they had dark vision. Isn't that nice?
That's all you need to tell me, too, since it's not the right check.
All right. Please continue with your turn.
In that case, Ketch is just going to withdraw instead of doing the fancy thing he was going to do.
Just goes off to sulk.
Yeah, he sulks.
Yeah, goes up to sulk without reducing the light level.
Well, didn't you already, isn't that once a day anyway?
It's once a day plus 1/2 of my level, which is now above 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I can do it twice a day.
Nice. Pretty sweet. At 12th level, you'll be able to do that 7 times a day.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So that is Ketch's whole turn.
With withdraws a full round action?
Yes.
Oh,
you can take it back if you like.
No. This is what I wanted to do. I don't want to be near that thing. Can I move further, or do I have to move in a straight line like I thought I did?
You just get to. It's a double move, and you don't provoke from the first square you leave from.
Okay, so I am going to move myself back, and then I'm going to do it like this, and that will be my turn. So you may move on.
I will do so. Morayoth.
Morayoth will zip away from these undead, doing a tumble. Let's see how that works. Oh yeah. So nimble. It is hard to pin down 60,000 bugs. Moving.
Yeah,
back
I'm not
to
even
here.
gonna do the math on that either, because you got a 30 pronking 5.
35, yeah. And then take a shot. These things don't have weapons, I assume. They're just slamming with their big bodies.
No, they have syringe sticks, but they are integrated.
Oh, all right. You got what you figured out what I was putting down, and
Yes,
they're undisarmable. So we will just shoot a standard shot at them. 16 versus EAC.
That's gonna hit. Which color would you like to shoot at? I
Red.
should tell you the red. Yes, the capsules are going to provide a +2 bonus to AC because I can't, for the life of me, remember what all the pronking types of cover are. It just slips out of my head.
You don't need to know. Just come up with numbers.
Just make them up.
Yeah. I can do numbers.
If it makes it any easier
Sloane
for
Rider.
you, soft cover was 20.
Sloane is going to take a risk with her life, as she normally does, and move
On brand.
up here, pulling a knife, as she does. Well, because tumble is not technically a move action, therefore you cannot pull a knife while you tumble.
Yeah, so you're taking that attack of opportunity?
I am.
Let me just close
mobility.
Ragnvul's character sheet. Mm.
So
That's
is enough.
a 19 versus KAC.
Nope. Mobility saved my life.
Wow.
And then a trick. Throw my survival knife with my standard action at the green zombie there. Oh, why is my... Oh, I hadn't updated the macro on this. 10 versus KAC, I'm sure, is not enough. At swift action, I call my knife back.
All right.
Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh.
Shiny.
Shiny.
So I was unaware that the survival knife had the thrown property. That is neat.
It does have the thrown property.
Huh. I guess I've just never paid attention to survival knives. So
And why should you?
I've just never paid attention to Throne.
I don't play operatives generally. Necro Harvester Blue finds himself with no targets now.
Ava really quickly just wants to step out of the shadows and menace Marioth. But please continue what you're doing.
This
Fun with
Necro
light and
Harvester
dark as this game goes on.
is going to move over here, chasing the quarry that hucked a knife at its friend and tries to stab. 10 versus CAC is going to miss. How about Necro Harvester the Green? Necro Harvester the Green isn't that smart. It doesn't care that Catch ran all the way away. It's got many more targets. It's going to slide over here towards Marioth and attack with a syringe.
Take me away.
16 versus CAC, Marioth.
Oh, I think that hits. I haven't upgraded my armor. No, it misses.
Okay.
By 1.
Hooray!
Really? Wow.
I
Okay.
dex.
Then do not take 7 points of piercing damage. And Gus, we are on to you.
All right. Gus is going to step over this body. And as he does so, the blood and gore from his fallen victim causes that paper gown to disintegrate, and he stands there in his nude glory. And then he attempts to stab this Necro Harvester that is harassing Marioth.
It's like any one of those given action movies where like the protagonist is naked for some reason and beating the absolute fleam out of a bunch of bad guys.
He's naked, covered in blood,
Yeah.
and his body is shaved.
Oh, God.
You know,
That's
that's
like
a
in
great
the
intimidation
movies.
tactic.
That is. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Gus?
Gus just needs to be naked in order to do damage. Apparently,
This is his true
Relax.
form, I guess.
All the clothing was weighing him down.
that's it. Yeah, no, he's polarized. Gus, no armor, no resists, but he will kill you if he hits you.
One thing I just thought of, I can't remember. It's been a little bit with dealing with undead. Are they immune to critical hits?
Oh.
I don't think so, but they are immune to bleed. I'll double check.
Okay.
No,
So,
you're
yeah,
thinking
that-
of
They are
form.
not. They are not immune to crits.
Okay, I was thinking of something else. I apologize. Or I was thinking of Pathfinder 1E or 3.5 maybe. So that was a natural 20. And I rolled super good damage. That's 23 damage, and then they're not going to bleed.
It's okay. You don't need to worry about whether they bleed or not because they also, believe it or not, couldn't take 23 damage with it and still stay standing. So that
So again,
undead.
drill into body, and then they just start spinning until they fly off.
Rest.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of gross in this scene right now. But let's keep it moving, shall we? Auntie Nuna.
Well, Auntie Nuna will. Oh, nope. So it looks like green is dead. Can she see? Just a moment, sorry. Yes, within range. Blue is within range of Get 'em. So, Sloane. You're doing great. I'm sure you'll get him next. And does anyone need healing? Maybe Maria?
The problem is you can only heal stamina if I've taken damage in the last round. And I think I took my damage 2 rounds ago.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah,
That's it.
you were not damaged last round. Okay. We are on to Necro Harvester the Red, who must truly be the captain of this crew, having just decimated 2 of his allies. The Red Necro Harvester is going to attack you. A 13 is going to hit your KAC because you are naked, as we have said many times.
Yes, I have an ACs
So
of
please
10.
take 4 points of piercing damage.
4.
You don't have a dex bonus?
Yep.
He's our melee.
Oh,
Why do you
buddy.
think I specifically have not gotten any ranged weapons?
I mean, dex isn't just for range, it's for armor, but you know, we've had this conversation out there.
I understand that.
Sloane will still be impossible to hit someday, even
only
naked.
so many abilities for points.
We'll have to
But
have
if-
That's what I'm saying, like, oh my god. Catch doesn't even need armor at this point. He just goes around in his leather jacket and good intentions.
Yes, good
Bad
intentions.
intentions.
Speaking of, Catch, you're up.
Red had to go and move and ruin everything. But you know what? That's okay. It's okay because I totally remember the thing. No, there's the thing. Catch drops prone as a free action, sets up the tripod, the bipod on the front of his gun as a move action. And oh dang it, that's right, it has to be part of another move action. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna shoot at him without the fancy thing. Okay, no. Action economy is garbage right now, guys. Just
Only with that gun.
garbage.
Imagine if you were
Imagine
if you were a melee weapon prototype mechanic.
But that's a 19 on the die. I sure hope that hits through cover. 24 to hit EAC.
You have a line
Oh.
without cover, is what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting him in like the leg that's sticking out from behind the pillar.
Joke's on you. They don't have legs. I guess you missed now. No, that does still hit. That still hits, and you drop that one because they only had 8 hit points left.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, 10 fire damage and blow off his heel. Call him Achilles.
Hey, wow. We have 1 Necro Harvester left. Marayoth, take us home. And by take us home, I
Get
mean,
him
make an attack.
Marayoth, the fleet of Marayoth opens a volley of laser fire on Blue, finally able to attack without running away.
You've scrambled your
full
fighter
attack.
jets.
Yes. Oh, not great. 14 and 12 versus EAC. I think
Those will both hit. I
Oh.
remind you, these guys are really, really weak because they were not the main event of this fight.
I see.
So
Who was the
Yeah.
main event? The guy who didn't get to take any actions?
the guy who took a single action
Yeah,
and
the
then
one-turn
in
jump.
his hubris provoked a critical attack of opportunity. Yes, that guy
Right.
was
On
the main
character.
event.
On
Yes,
brand.
yes.
On brand, yeah.
I am nothing if not true to brand. Now,
So that's 15 damage, although some of it is cold and maybe they're resistant, who knows?
no.
right.
How does Marayoth take out this Necro Harvester who hadn't taken a single point of damage before?
Oh, as it like lifts up its syringe to stab Sloane, from off camera, a single laser bolt comes in, and then like 10 more, and it just gets pushed and pushed back against the coffin, and then eventually lies still after the volley ends, slumped against it. Yes.
Perfect. And that will take us out of combat, my friends. You now find yourselves in a deathly silent necroforge. And Reigen Vool.
No, you go first.
Reigen Vool lies dead at your feet. Okay, I will. Reigen Vool lies dead at your feet. Curse you, delay from eastern to western seaboard. Reigen Vool lies dead at your feet. And his necroforge is empty, silent. But hey, he finished the black hearts for you, so that works out in your favor. You don't need to teach yourself how to use a necroforge.
All as planned.
Ketch will pop up and just walk up and be like,
Yeah.
Drunken Fleemic Captain, you gotta let me know when you're doing that stuff. I wasn't
I
even
thought
ready.
he'd talk. Sorry, Ketch.
We are satisfied with
When
this
have they ever
conclusion.
talked? Grumble, grumble, grumble. And he
Hey,
just kind of
sometimes
like,
they talk.
he's just kind of like grumbling now and being generally grumpy.
Well, I guess we should load up those black arts.
The light level
We-
comes up a little bit as Sloane's temper flares.
Oh, snap.
Oh, and you know what's really fun about
Um,
this is I was reading mine, and I assume it's got to be the same for ASMR, but you can't change the light level without a magical source that isn't a higher level than you. So we can't affect each other's light level.
We can't, yeah.
So Ketch is just kind of blinded
Just whoever
for
asked first.
a minute.
All right, so
Bright light
you
around
all finish up loading up the truck, I imagine, and we will go to commercial break. We'll fade to black as the truck pulls away from this facility. Can I assume?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Black
Okay.
milk makes your bones strong.
Yes. All right,
It's the
so
only
that
milk
is where
Gus
we will.
drinks.
That is where we will pause, and we will come back. Let's make it a nice round 20 after. Yeah. So 20 after the break hour, and we will see you then. Don't go anywhere. Hello, and welcome back. Hope you all had nice breaks. I know I did. I'm trying to take my mind off the fact that I have a package arriving today, and it was marked by FedEx as delivered 3 hours ago, but it is not delivered yet.
rude.
It's really rude because I'm a worrywart. And so, like, all of the options are running through my head, right? Oh, okay. Sarah saw the FedEx guy deliver to the house next door, which is even weirder because if you maybe there are multiple FedEx trucks that deliver around here, but I don't know. Regardless, this is not
This
taking
is
my mind off of
probably
it.
the case.
That
Yes.
reminds me of.
Go on,
ahead.
Jet.
Go ahead. You go ahead, Tom.
Okay. What will take my mind off of it, I was going to say, is Nick had a fun pirate fact for us.
Oh, I did have a fun pirate fact. Black Sam Bellamy once took a ship by having his whole crew strip naked, board the ship, and make a lot of noise.
Was there a step 2?
No,
Profit.
but there was a step 3, and it was profit.
Yeah.
Step 1 was get naked. Step 2 was board the ship. Step 3 was profit.
Yeah, but at what point did did he be at the wheel and not the current captain?
After taking it naked.
I was gonna say, like, you stand there as a naked man comes up and just takes the wheel from you. Are you gonna just stand there holding on to that? Sorry.
You can't push him back, then you would have to touch him.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
yeah, that's good.
I was just going to say, Tom, what you were talking about there reminds me of the low-key feud that I have with the local post office.
Right. I do remember hearing of this saga, yes.
Yeah, they like to lie about delivering packages, and then I have to gather digital evidence and go in and be like, give me my stuff. And they're like, oh, and they have hidden it in the back room there after saying that they have delivered it to my place.
How awful.
Lovely.
Yeah, real cool.
It's especially bad when it's something I'm looking forward to and I'll arrange to have that day off and I'm just waiting. And then they sneak up and they quietly put a sticker on my door saying they delivered and tried to deliver and then they ran away.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Oh,
an
that's-
Xbox.
Yeah.
Let's
It
keep
happened
this
with my laptop the last time I got a laptop.
Mm. Wow. You'd think
It's
that would
really-
be something you could like report up the chain, you know, like, hey,
That
your
seems
local
like
employees
attempted
are
theft.
douchebags.
The second
and-
time it happened, I
Yeah,
did
good
it.
luck reporting anything to the post
Yeah.
I
office.
don't think anything happened, but the second time it happened, I definitely reported them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
male troubles, trials, and tribulations aside, let's get back to some necrograft running. So, you all head back to your ship. I neglected to ask before, do you do anything with the evidence in particular? Do you leave evidence of why this guy was murdered in his place of work?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can just leave the files up on the computer or whatever where it's obvious to see.
Mhm.
Goodbye, Mystery Legos. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for joining us today.
Bye.
Furthermore, Catch will, tag the wall with like, don't mess with the free flying captains or whatever. So they think it was a revenge hit.
And in a way, it was.
And Gus, thinking that that's super cool, will just write in all caps, resist, 3 lines under it.
Oh my god.
I think we
All
are
right.
getting our messaging confused.
Gus doesn't understand.
Good.
Gus is like those white people that you have to make sure won't spray BLM on things.
Oh my god. Friends don't let friends do
Regardless.
that unless,
Yes.
Sorry.
Now.
Anyhow.
I think that it's time for you all to get off this, not rock, this hunk of metal and people and whatnot. Any salient business before we go on?
Yeah, can we make sure that we deleted our visage from the security records as well? I assume Auntie Nuna was going to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auntie Nuna cleans up after everybody.
Auntie Nuna does seem like she would be one of those cleaners
Thanks,
on
Auntie.
on like the blacklist, right? Like,
Oh
you know,
my
that
God.
yeah. Oh man,
Comes in with
I
a-
watched the blacklist so much before I stopped having cable.
Comes in with a plasma chainsaw to dismember bodies, tarps,
Yeah.
solvents.
Yeah, the whole nine.
Gus would message his family goodbye. Be like, bye, I'm going on a trip. Just completely giving no real information.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. The
One is
the
better than the other.
the debate raged long into the night as to whether or not necrografts were okay. They're still taking, veiled snipes at each other, but everybody pauses to say, "Wait, where are you going?" And then we'll say, as they say that message comes in, and then your connection to the infosphere, the local infosphere, cuts out.
Perfect. I feel like one of the younger members of the family created a poll for on the necrograph subject, like a Google form.
Yeah. So, all right. So once you let Tarika know, rewinding just a tiny bit, that you've got the black hearts, she relays this to the buyer, who then sends the coordinates back. The buyer is on the island of Kilty, deep within the Ghost Mire on Vesk 2. If you're interested, go ahead and make me a computers check to learn a little bit about Vesk 2 and the Ghost Mire.
I don't like that it's called a
Can
ghost
multiple
mire.
people make that check?
Yeah. This is anybody who's interested in where you're going.
I got an 18.
All right.
Dang it.
Gus has got a 16. Gus has got a 13. We're just going down the numbers. And those are the 3 technologically savvy members of the crew. So what you learn is there are... Vesk 2 is a terrestrial planet with no moons. Water covers most of the planet's surface, and its oceans are calm, shallow, and sun-warped. Because there are no tides, the water remains motionless, rather than shifting in its basin as it might on a planet with natural satellites. Even where the land is more than just islands and archipelagos, it is a wet and soggy environment. It is also home to the Ijtikri, which are a medium-sized sapient squid-like folk. And there are many ruins dotting the islands of Vesk 2, all predating Ijtikri culture. Foundations of one of Vesk 2's ruins, called the Ghost Mire, peak above an arid marsh in the rainy shadow of the Kilty Mountains on the island of Kilty. Ijtikri... Go on.
I've never heard a marsh described as arid before, meaning dry.
Yes, you're right.
Impossible.
The dry marshes, yes.
I don't know. I got this out of near space. Take it up with them.
I'm
it's
not
sand
blaming
instead
you.
of water.
Well, maybe it's a dry air, but there's still enough moisture in the ground for it to be marshy.
I don't know. Regardless, Ijtikri often refer to the ruins and the deserts around them. There we go. So there's ruins and deserts in ways related to death and the supernatural. Vesk long chalked this convention up to superstition, but those who have returned from exploring the Ghost Mire have reported spectral apparitions wandering in the night, especially when the weather is conducive for the marshland's notorious mists. In some cases, these apparitions have turned hostile, pulling victims into the fog to become ghosts themselves. Other stories say the spirits of the Ghost Mire are psychic remnants, some dangerous, but not intentionally so. The most bizarre aspect of these phantoms is that most of them resemble large humanoids that are neither Ijtikri nor Vesk. Thank you to the writers of the Near Space Supplement book, as holy pronk, do I love this lore so much.
It's just because it's in the Veskarium.
It is. No, it totally is. I was super excited when I heard that we were getting a Veskarium book. So that's where you're going. We are taking off. So as the crew settles into their positions on the ship for takeoff, we cut to the traffic control bay, where we see a traffic control employee sitting at a display. An Evgenia Jameson Sledgehammer class starship comes up in the queue to leave. Its transponder code shows up, followed by its name. Not the Oliphant, but rather the Severance Package. The employee says over comms, Severance Package, you are clear for takeoff. Please take exit lane 26 as you depart. Safe travels. It is a shame because Mystery Legos just left, but it was in fact James, relatively new listener to the show, who submitted this name that the crew voted on.
It was the best.
So.
I mean,
were
close. There were other ones that we definitely liked, including Cosmic Eddie.
Yes.
Cosmic Eddie.
Always love for Cosmic Eddie.
Always love for callbacks.
So yes, thank you to everybody who submitted names.
It's just so appropriate though, because I mean, like, you know, not everybody got their severance package, so we took it.
Yeah. Other ones that were really fun was the Pack-a-Dorm from Ninja. I liked that one a lot. The Bragging Rights from Ghost. Thank you, Ghost. Let's see. Hammer Time, classic from Shades. And yeah, there were a lot of good names. Shades,
Bragging
I
Rights
don't
is actually
know.
on there twice.
Oh, is it? Right. Oh yeah, James and Ghost both submitted Bragging Rights. You're right. But yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ghost had the most submitted names by 1, with 8 total submissions. So thank you everybody who submitted. Chupacata, honorable mention for a desperate bid to make us name the ship after you.
I voted for you, Chups.
I love it. That's great.
Listener participation takes a new level.
Yes. Yes, and
It's glad that there was some originality in that I didn't see Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah.
What was their ship face?
No.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Well.
Why are you disappointed? I was proud.
So thank you one and all once again. We cut back to the Severance Package. I gotta get that name in my head now. As Sloane pilots the ship into exit lane 26. And now, once you make it to open space, now for a very important role. Nick, please roll me a piloting check to plot a course to the Veskarium. This is an open DC-15 check, as the Veskarium is widely known, even if you haven't been there a ton. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and make me that check.
All right. Let's do it. It's a 28.
Oof, that's a good check. So Sloane handily plots a course through the drift to the Veskarium. This is a roll that will take 3d6 days. Now, that 3d6 will then be divided by 2 for your signal booster drift drive. Nick, would you like to do the honors on rolling 3d6 to plot your course?
You got it. 12.
Okay. So that 12 becomes
Perfectly
6.
average.
Yeah. aggressively average. Yeah, because I think 11 is the average on 3d6. So, yeah, very, very good.
Rolled a 2, a 4, and a 6.
Yeah, that's fair. So, all right. 12 days divided by 2. Now, this is the fun part where I actually have to do some math to figure out. Oh my God. All right. So, you're going to have 6 days in the drift. Would you like to... what does anybody have any downtime things that they would like to do while we are flying through the drift?
Oh, I always forget downtime.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Believe it? So do I.
I want to manage our course
Okay. Yeah.
rather than leaving it on autopilot.
Okay. Now, manage course is the downtime activity that allows you to shave 6 hours off of your flight. So, and it is a fairly high DC, I'll have you know.
Yeah, if the
It is.
navigation DC was 15, that makes this DC 25.
Yes. And
So,
the
throw some rerolls in there for me, guys. Just saying.
the consequences for failure here do exist, and I'm excited about them. So, Nick, on the first day,
queued up.
On the first day,
I have a +1 currently from Mystery Legos.
Sloane attempts to shave some time off this trip. The piloting check. Oh no!
Where's the rerolls?
Ooh, luckily Butt
use
Stubble
Butt
got your
Stubble.
back.
From Buzz Double says, fly good. All right, let's see if we can fly good.
Let's see.
23. Oh,
All
no.
right. So with a 23,
Is 23
That's
not
just-
enough?
23 is not
that is
enough.
not enough.
Oh no.
Oh,
But it doesn't
jeez.
change our time at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Failure by 5 or more. And
If
that's
you
what's
fail by
important.
5 or more. Yes. Yeah. So you got away from the 5 or more failure. Nick, what is Sloane's total piloting bonus?
These DCs
11.
are too high.
11. So yeah, that 25 is a hard DC to hit.
It is.
Yeah.
But we've got
So-
audience help.
Yes, you do
Still,
have
your
audience
odds are
help.
like you have 20.
It's a
you have
1 in
like
4
30%
chance. Need a 14 on the die.
Yeah,
As long as
Yeah.
it's a 10
I'm
plus,
not saying they're
losing
good
time,
odds,
so.
but
So
I have
that's
a
only
feeling
over the
that
course
Sloane
of one
would say
day,
never
right?
tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds.
but they're 50% of losing time.
What did I say?
They are,
Mariah?
yes, that was that was 1 day of your 6. So on the
I
first
have-
day,
Can Gus aid? Obviously not that check, but the remaining days. Can that be aided, or is that a solo activity?
only one creature can perform this activity for a given starship each day. I'm going to say that
Okay.
this cannot be aided.
Okay, just Yep,
'Cause,
that's fine.
yeah, downtime activities are weird, and I think no aids on this. This is got to be Sloane. So
Okay. So
all
what
right.
Gus
Anybody
is
else
gonna
have
do-
any other? Go, Gus.
I'm gonna build a shelter. I'm gonna make a pillow for it, just for fun. It's not gonna have any mechanical benefit because it will protect
right.
me from cold and stuff. But this seems up his alley. So I fail at building a pillow for it.
Where are the downtime
Oh, no.
downtime options? Why can't
The
I not find
downtime
it?
activities are in COM.
Thank you.
Character
Character
operations
operations
manual.
manual.
They start on
Yeah.
page 150.
Also,
So yeah, don't feel obligated
RD link.
if you don't have any that you really want to do. Gus,
will
your pillow
lounge.
fort. Okay, yeah. Gus's
Thank you,
pillow
yeah.
fort is probably the reason that it was not good is because Flea Grebe, Rattlesnarp, and Goog all tried to help as well. And Rattlesnarp wanted to make it too technical. He was like, "Oh well, here, take this piece of scrap metal that I found in the engineering bay," and he leans it against a pillow that was very precariously perched, and then it just completely tumbles over. and Goog sort of slaps their two heads, but he's more of a supervisor, less of a doer anyway. So yeah, you don't get much progress on your pillow fort shelter. Basically just a pillow heap, a pillow nest, if you will. So
Auntie Nuna and Marayoth just kind of lounge and watch these proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to play Uno?
Sure, why not? I've got an extra pair of hands.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. So you two play Spoono as we hurtle through the drift. And So you have 6 days here, so don't worry if
Ketch is going to utilize, and I figure since this came out. Wait, no, that would make sense. Never mind. We're just going to call it rebuilding drone, but it's reskinned as rebuild weapon for today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, we'll have to hear what that rebuilt weapon looks like eventually. So day 1 ends and we go on to day 2. So it's a new day. Sloane, you feeling confident?
Yeah, always. All right, here goes. 28.
Ooh.
Shaved 6 hours off that trip.
Getting a 28. All right. So 6 hours off of the trip. Let's see. Okay. So noted. And day 2 passes just as uneventfully as the first day did, pretty much.
May I have more downtime?
Catch?
May I have more downtime?
You get 6 days of downtime, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you may.
What was the name of the company and/or contact we are going to be meeting with? Did we get that yet?
So
I did it back at the beginning.
You are looking. No, so you don't have the name or anything. That is kind of odd, but Tarika said that their contacts checked out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you know that you're going to the Ghost Mire. You are going to a particular set of ruins on the Ghost Mire.
Great.
Okay. Well, I will spend this day actively studying the ruins that we are going to on Ghost Mire as per the research activity.
Okay. Give me the benefits of that.
Okay, so let's see here. You spend the day studying to gain working knowledge of a single specific topic. Blah, 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 blah. The GM has discretion on what qualifies. Regardless of the topic, you must have access to an infosphere downloaded dataset or similar source of knowledge that contains information on the chosen topic. So maybe this is not something I can do.
Unless you think it's something that Ketch would have downloaded info on before you left.
I can see Auntie Nuna have downloading it, like just purchasing an info pack to see if maybe
a library chip. On something.
This is something I'm going to need to keep in mind moving forward, because this is not the last time we're going to have downtime. But I didn't think of it, so I don't know. I don't know if we have that or not. I would imagine we have like a basic data set of like information about Vesk on the ship, but I don't know how. I leave it up to you if I would be able to do this for maybe not even the specific ruins, maybe just the moon we're going to.
Didn't we already do a computer
planet,
check that got us information?
We did a computer check.
Yeah. So beyond that, I don't think there's much else that you'll get not having purchased a data set on the ruins specifically or the planet in general.
Okay.
So we'll say the end of day 2. Okay. We'll say the end of day 2, and I'm sorry, I'm getting some echo. Day 2 ends, and Gus, I'm back. Where are we? Okay, Gus, you go to sleep as you tend to, at the end of the day. After a hard day of pillow fort building with the goblins, soon after you close your eyes, you hear a rumbling sound. And when your eyes fly open to find what's happening, only darkness greets you. You appear to be lying face down on the ground. The rumbling gets louder. What do you do?
I try and get up.
You can't. You find that you can't move. Your right arm seems to be pinned up to the shoulder. You remember then that it was crushed by the collapsing tunnel, bringing you down to the ground with it in an awkward position. Strangely, perhaps unsurprisingly, you don't feel the pain. You know you probably should, but right now, it's just a void.
Gus, what can I see around me? Like, you said it's dark, but I have dark vision. In this dream, can I not see, or?
Oh no, you can see if you have dark vision. The Gus sees as he did back then. Just rubble, boulders, the ceiling. You can see, and feel the floor sort of vibrating underneath you. What did Gus do?
Gus shouted out, "Help! Help! Anyone alive?"
Suddenly, a small light gleams within a pile of rubble, outlining a hole in the seemingly impassable wall. A white Isoki's head pops out of the wall. You know this to be Niva Rovo, and says, Gus, Prunkin, finally! Here, I'm coming!
Niva, help!
And a large drill clatters. A large drill clatters out of the hole, and then she emerges from the hole with a thud. She hurries over to you. I'm coming, Gus! And your eyes are blinded momentarily as she shines a flashlight, examining your situation. Yeesh, buddy, that's a rough situation you got there. I'm gonna get you out of there. And she sets her light on the floor, grabs her drill, appraising the wall. She takes longer than you are comfortable with, I feel, and then says, you know what? I don't know. I'm sorry, Gus. I don't know what I can do to dig you out of there without causing more of a collapse. Let me think.
You're gonna have to take the arm.
She somberly nods and says, this is gonna hurt like a pronker, Gus, but she sort of steadies herself and then pulls out from her pocket a small hacksaw, typically, used for cutting support rods, and advances towards you.
Oh.
Yeah. With a final rumble as she places the saw at the place your arm meets your shoulder, you come out of your dream. And once again,
I think it's like that feeling of white hot fire in my upper arm, and then that wakes me.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Poor Gus.
I wake up shaking once again, and I burrow deeper into the collapsed pillow fort.
No.
That was better than yesterday, but not good enough.
Oh God! What if that was what triggered the flashback memory? Was he was in the pillow fort and then it collapsed on him?
Oh yeah, I like that better. Good call, Liz. So I probably would not burrow deeper into it. I would fight my way out, and I would probably go either find something else to do, or like I'd probably go collapse like somewhere in the open.
Oh.
Like just take a blanket and just like curl up somewhere in the open.
all right.
Maybe in like the bay, or wherever we've got stuff stored, kind of.
That, or maybe not wanting to feel alone. I suspect that Sloane, since Sloane is actively watching the course as much as possible, maybe go up to the bridge just really quietly and just like curl up in the corner and try and go back to sleep.
Okay.
He's a good boy.
So, day 3. On day 3, Sloane, you are muted. I imagine you might want to
yes.
try plotting your course again.
I would in fact. All right, here goes. Everybody cross your fingers. 31.
Ooh,
Nice.
spicy with a nat 20.
Nat
Defying
20.
the odds. Sloane Reynolds. Nope. Sloane Ryder. Sorry.
Yep.
Definitely no copyright infringement here, friends.
Oh, no.
Sloane Ryder manages to shave another 6 hours off of your travel time. Quite heroic, really. You are 12 hours ahead of your original plotted course. Sloane proving that Sapient is better than the AI in this instance. So anybody else have any, don't feel obligated to come up with a mechanical downtime each day, but this is day 3. What do you all do next?
Gus would abandon the pillow forts after the previous night and go seriously hardcore into comfort food and baking mode for the rest of the trip.
Oh,
Puppy.
yeah.
Puppy.
Oh, it's
I use my
update.
downtime to deliver a pup date.
Oh,
Check out her snazzy new collar. She's a real badass.
heck yeah.
Oh, those ears.
Very, very sweet.
Oh, you do?
All right.
You're not going to be able to do
Oh,
that for much
she's back.
longer.
Oh,
I'll let him know. I'll give
yeah.
Look at those paws.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so big.
So big.
Gotta go. Excellent. All right, so day 3 passes relatively uneventfully. Gus make a buffet of food for everybody in his search for comfort. And
Let's see how
we
good
move on
it
to
is.
Day 4. Day 4, Sloane, go ahead.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty good food. That's a 19 on the proficient cook.
Great food. Oh, feeling so much morale. Morale is so high.
Mm-hmm.
Nom nom nom.
It's important for a pirate crew, smuggling crew, to have a good chef. Keeps morale
Sure.
high.
It's true. Oh,
You
that's
mean
only
legitimate?
that's only
is
a
only a
19.
19.
I think we should use this +1 from Mystery Legos to not
time.
have to take a minus.
Yeah, I
Maybe 20,
agree.
And then it's not.
Now, if you fail by 5 or more,
Oh, it's
that
not
+1
enough.
is not going to get you there.
Do we have a second +1?
Oh,
No.
Oh no.
oh no.
All right. So
Well, that'll undo my progress from yesterday.
that's okay. That's that. So Sloane, we are now 6 hours ahead of schedule as opposed to 12, and that was.
Have another +1.
But stumbled to the thing.
But Stubble did the thing.
Can we
All
get-
right,
can we
fine.
use 2 +1s?
Yeah, you could take your 2 +1s. Go ahead, take your progress.
Yeah.
Day
this
4,
up
12
and go.
hours ahead, so I don't lose track. Okay. So, thank you, Mystery Legos, for Let's Kick This Up, and Butt Stubble for Go. They went.
Go.
They goed. Day 5, to move things along. Day 5, Sloane, go ahead, and if you dare, make me another piloting check.
Expected value is negative.
I can see the anxiety on Simon's face right now. Oh, it's happening.
28.
Oh, with a 28. Oh my God.
Judging
I'm
fate.
sweating here.
Judging fate.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'm
odds.
proud of you. All right. So
Bad
day 5, you are now 18 hours ahead. And I think, because that would actually, you rolled what, 6 days?
That would cut
So
into day 6.
that would cut into the last day. So really what happens after this piloting check, you all manage to arrive at Vesk 2.
Nice.
So if everybody would care for a mechanical benefit from a downtime activity, you may do so. You may declare so now. But other than that, we're just going to move on.
Yes. Ketch would have been maintaining his equipment.
Okay.
His gun, of course.
Fair enough.
Auntie Nuna
yes.
has been lounging.
Whereas has been lounging. They've gotten really good at it now.
Yes.
There are apparently. I was curious about whether this existed. There are Uno strategies. It's not just random chance.
Oh.
I didn't know. I haven't played a lot of Uno. We can continue.
I bet Marayoth was excited to find these strategies on the infosphere.
Can't look it up when you're in the
Of
drift.
course.
Well, that's true. So, okay. So you arrive on Vesk 2.
Wait, I have one. Do we have...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have to make sure that we have the equipment capable of doing this. I can't, because some of them have requirements. I want to carouse. I think my baking, I'm going to like sort of have like a dinner party the last night. I feel like that's a carouse for Gus.
Mhm.
I need to make a fortitude save, DC 10 plus half my character level, so DC 11.
He makes us some kind of dessert that has rum in it.
It's my third critical success.
Jet, you gotta calm down, man, with all these natty 20s. Goodness. All right, so what do you get?
I have. Oh shit! I have to
Extra
spend
resolve.
credits. So I actually have to
He
spend
means Bronk.
300 credits, yes.
300 credits
You have to
worth.
drink 300 credits worth of your personal booze, and you get a resolve point.
Never mind. I didn't
Jeez
realize that.
Louise.
I'm not going. I don't want to have spent 300 credits to do that. I apologize. I didn't see that cost.
That's a lot of rum.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gus ain't made of money.
and it would have been 300 credits
All
worth
right.
of food probably for Gus.
Mhm. Okay, so
Dinner party.
you
stands
arrive on Vesk 2. As you approach the planet, your scanners pick up a patch of pyrozoa, magical beasts whose amorphous bodies produce and vent superheated plasma through their pores. The creatures have massive tentacles that radiate bright bioluminescent colors and translucent gelatinous bodies that flash with inner fire and electricity. Luckily, you can navigate around them with no trouble.
Oh, thank goodness.
They're space fire
Ooh.
jellyfish,
Mhm.
the size of starships.
Space
So-
fire
Love them
jellyfish.
already.
Yes, yes. So you approach the island of Kilty and the Ghostmire. Indeed, a fog seems to persist around the Ghostmire even in the beaming sunlight coming from the Veskarium's blue sun. As you land, you see a sprawling network of ancient ruins seemingly recently excavated. Mangled pieces of sabotaged excavation equipment, drills, backhoes, all marked with the emblem of the Veskarium, surround the ruins. Among the hundreds of tents pitched, some have been converted to temporary medical facilities. So you land and are greeted by a pair of Ijtikri. There doesn't seem to be a formal traffic control or anything, but they ask you your business here.
Just making a delivery.
And where are you making this delivery to? Who are you looking for?
We've got coordinates, right?
Yeah, I guess not sure who. We were just given coordinates.
Well, what is your cargo? That might help us determine where you need to go.
Black heart's illegal.
I mean,
Right?
we
Are
have no
these,
reason to think these are sketchy, right?
They're not illegal.
just tell them augmentations. That's all they need to know.
Yeah, we have a hold full of augmentations to deliver.
All right. Well, that sounds like you might want to go to the medical facility. So, and they point you towards the medical tents further into the settlement. So, head that way.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Culture check.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
So this is the Veskarium, right?
Indeed.
Like the government.
So Vesk 2 is a dominion of the Veskarium. As Auntie Nuna would know from history, the Veskarium is not necessarily voluntary. Once the Vesk decide that a planet is theirs, the planet is theirs, and whoever lives on it is generally under the dominion of the Veskarium. Not everybody is always happy about that. So, in short, you will probably find Veskarium agents on this planet. Whether there are any here, you don't see any Vesk right now.
Okay, well, so you said that the equipment had the Veskarium logo on it?
Yes.
Emblem?
It's off
Okay.
in the distance, and this seems to just sort of be a camp filled predominantly with Ijtikri.
Okay. Do we have any idea of, like, they don't live in camps, right? Or do they?
No, this seems to be a very temporary setup.
Auntie Nuna will put on her best wide-eyed, like, "Oh, what are you young uns doing?" And ask, "Oh, this camp. How long have you been here?" To just one of the guys that we just spoke to.
Getting directions from.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they'll readily tell you. The Vescarium has attempted to uncover the ruins here for decades. The Ijtikri, who dwell in this area, oppose the excavation, as we believe that it will unleash a terrifying evil imprisoned by our ancestors. This is our belief, and they continue to explain of centuries-old texts that are highly respected in their culture. There don't seem to be any representatives of the Vescarium expedition here at the moment.
Okay, so
when
we've
I thought I'd got away, Call of Cthulhu pulls me back in.
we've got kind of like the water protectors situation where they're like, no, you should definitely not be digging in these lands.
Yes.
And they've showed up to be like, get out of here.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I got a better one. I want to do over. You can tell the Vesk never played the water temple levels in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
How do this?
They told their joke and left.
Oh no.
Where?
There they
what
are.
It was a
happened?
mic. It was a mic drop.
Yes,
geez.
it was a mic drop, definitely.
What happened?
Yes, totally.
What happened?
intentional. You dropped the mic intentionally, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mic
Camera?
drop.
Have to turn on your camera so that Tom
Yeah.
isn't pretending to be me, and I'm not
It's
pretending.
okay.
To be
It's
Nick,
okay.
and-
Listen, this is fine. In the grand scheme
I
of
genuinely
things,
don't know what
I'm
happened.
fine being Maria.
I said the thing, and then everything just kind of went black on my end. I thought I broke the
Well,
internet.
Well, your computer clearly hated your joke.
Yeah,
decided that you should be
It was
silenced.
so bad, I got kicked out for a second.
Yeah. All right. So you all make your way over after conversing with the Ijtikri, assuming that there's nothing else that you want to say to them, Auntie Nuna.
No, it was more that. So I did that check or whatever to now to do a culture check or computers to see what is their stance on necrograft? Like if they're not cool with like digging up ancient evils, how do they feel about necrografts?
You find generally that because there is an infosphere here, this is a settled planet. You find there are the same, what's the word? Stereotypes, misgivings about necrographs here as there are anywhere, but they're not illegal.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check that we're not walking into like a big old,
Of course.
you know.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so you head over to the medical tent, and when you step into the tent, you find cots filled with more Ijtikri. Each one is exhibiting signs of various necrotic diseases or radiation sickness. A yellow-green skittermander wearing blue scrubs turns when you enter. She is holding a datapad in two hands, a bubble container and its wand in two others, and a cigar in the fifth. All of her hands are gloved. And I have what has to be some of my favorite art to share with you. They went all out with the NPCs in this book, and I love it.
Wow.
So
That's a great
this is
part.
They sure did. Holy cow.
This is Nurse Shazarad Quamp, and she looks at you. Go
She's
on,
the
Jen.
lady. She's the lady Gremlin from Gremlins 2.
Oh no.
She
She's
says,
definitely got eyelashes. Like
mm.
they're on, like her eyes on point.
She takes a
sleek,
puff
I
on her
believe.
cigar and says, "Hey, you new friends, you must have my organ delivery."
Good voice.
What's wrong?
Wait, where are we supposed to meet our buyers?
This
in the
reminds me
ruins?
of-
Or is this medical camp in the ruins?
These are this medical camp is adjacent to the ruins. They sent it was by you're like in the midst of some ruins on the ghost in the ghost mire.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it,
Everyone
Maya
wants us to
Tom
check
Nook.
out somewhere
You've got a sweet ass.
Of course.
Yes.
So-
We presume you're the one who put out the bounty for these black hearts.
She extends all 6 hands. That's me. Thanks for getting them here so quickly. You're actually my first one to get here.
Imagine that.
Victory.
Yes, you did the thing. So where are the hearts?
Loaded up on the ship. We just want to make sure we had the right place first. Where do you want them?
Of course. If you can bring them in here, and she gestures, around back. There's another slightly sturdier than a tent building that looks like a storage cot of some kind. Cottage. Nope, storage building. Shed? They store things in there. Now,
Warehouse?
yeah. So she's happy to quickly sign over the 20 build points as agreed upon in exchange for these black hearts.
All right, and then we leave, and then, on to the next adventure, right?
All is well. Nothing sketchy here. Most certainly not.
She
Gus, did you want to wait for your friends to get here so that we can say hello to them?
I mean, that would be lovely, I think, but it's up to everyone else.
Oh my god. So, in other news, does anybody ask sort of what's going on with these Ijtikris that show signs of radiation poisoning and other necrotic diseases? It's a real horror show in here, guys.
They look real bad.
I kind of missed that.
I did too. Can I make a medicine check? I have medicine.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So the nanites flow out of my arm and cover my body. And then I guess I run up and I kind of maybe hold my hand over one of them and my nanites start feeding me information.
Mm-hmm.
Ketch just uses his eyes.
Like a normal person.
Like with your eyes, not with your hands.
Yeah.
I didn't touch. I just held it over them.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, both of you are able to sort of glean. It's not something that you've seen before. It seems almost supernatural, magical in nature, this disease. And Shazarad Quamp will say to you as you all are sort of examining, maybe looking sidelong out of the corner of your eyes, it's the mists that got to them, you see. Sorry, I faded into us. It's the mists. This place is weird, that's for sure. The Vesk started digging up those ruins, and the Ijtikri fought them on it. But the mists aren't good. If you spend enough time exposed in them, it does things to you. She gestures around her. I admire these Ijtikri. They're standing up for what they believe in. But this place is going to be the death of them. So I figured I'd help. She blows a bubble, and then takes another puff of her cigar. Necrographs may be a little squishy, but they're perfect for this situation. Why, with the black heart inside them, my friends won't even notice the radiation or the poisonous air. And maybe they won't notice the fact they're dead inside. I don't know, but I'm helping, and that's what matters.
I don't think it makes them dead inside. It just makes them a little bit dead. See, look here.
Yes, you are 5%.
You got one of them
dead.
too, huh?
I don't know why I keep showing you my chest, because I think it was the adrenal gland. Here's the scar. And he lifts his hat.
Oh my god. Why was he naked then? Jeez Louise.
I wasn't gonna ask. I was gonna let it be.
Gus just thought he had to be naked.
All right, let's take a look at the back of your head, buddy. He's just standing there fully naked, fully.
That is admittedly a very Gus thing. Gus doesn't even know where the surgery was done. Okay. So.
He
would you like us
shaved
to
everywhere he didn't get surgery.
while we're here, do you have any goods or services goods you would like us to transport to another location?
No, I'm more of an importer than an exporter here, really. I'm low on funds in general. So these black hearts are they're a big spend for me, but it's important. But that said, I don't have a lot of things that I can really trade, if you know what I mean. Not a high budget operation.
We do.
Mhm.
Do you think that the do you think that these runes should be excavated?
Beats the hell out of me and calls me dirty, but the Ijtikri feel that way. The Ijtikri feel that way, and so my job isn't to parse out the do's and don'ts. As a doctor, well, as a nurse, as a doctor, I just sort of take care of people.
Ralph will whirl mildly upsettedly and address Sloane. Maybe we can talk to the Ijtikri and see if they need help.
We could, I suppose.
Or,
Possible.
Asimar's advocate, we could also just leave.
With an empty hold?
Does Tarika have another job lined up for us?
We can
Haven't
ask
heard it.
around.
Yeah. Haven't heard anything from Tarika yet, but you could always start looking off planet. It does not sound like there will be any more jobs for you here.
So, back to Absalom?
You could also look in. You could look in the immediate area. Maybe you'll find something here.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Vesk
computers
system.
check.
Let's ask around, see if we can't find some more cargo.
All right. So, you want to take the find a job, downtime action? Find a seller.
Mhm.
That's the one. All right.
Yeah.
Most certainly do.
Okay. So, you start looking for a job, and before you even make the check, I have something else lined up for you here. So you start looking around, and you are. What are you doing this time? Do you sort of like go into orbit around the planet, or do you stay in the ruins with the Ijtikri, or what? What do you think?
We probably hang around here.
Okay.
Hit some of the bars near the docks, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Like, presumably the planet has cross-planet communications, so like
Yes.
we can,
Sure.
no reason to be in space.
Yeah. Auntie Nuna
yeah.
is surfing Craigslist, essentially. all the websites,
Space Craigslist, Sprague's
Yep.
list.
Sprague's list.
All right. So as you look for a job, I got to scroll past all of the various options. Believe it or not, planning for this section took a lot of divergent paths. So, but it's cool. It's fun. So you're hunting for your new job. After some time searching, you all receive a recorded transmission from an address at Skitterhaven Ranch. And, oh yeah. So you see a powder blue Skittermander and a coal black Patra standing in a barn with a few Monaux. Monaux. Monaux?
Sure.
Manau.
They're clumsy bovine animals.
Monarchs.
While monarchs,
Uh-oh.
I like that. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
While drones
We're
hover
gonna
about.
haul the cows.
Oh no, you're not. Don't worry about it. While drones hover about delivering inoculations, the Skittermander begins to
My
speak,
family hasn't
but
visited yet.
not before I show you more wonderful art.
Tell me
and
more.
This is
Beautiful.
more of my favorite Skittermander art ever done of all time. Look at that cute
Oh
little
man,
pronker.
look at those eyes.
Yeah,
It
well,
looks
the
like
eyes
one
are.
of the critters. It looks like one of the critters.
So,
Also, where are the other two hands?
Down lower.
Off.
Too low.
Yeah, off shot, off camera.
In the pockets.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You know, in a laid back sort of fashion. He's just sort of leaning back. So he speaks, Skittermander. Greetings, proprietors of the Severance Package. I am Baron Carmelar Gravender, though my dearest confidants do call me Carm. Most beloved among these companions is my partner, Adani Samore, humble matron of Skitterhaven Ranch, home for the found. Now, you might be thinking, to what do you owe this unexpected but pleasurable correspondence? Well, our rangelands have been ravaged by a mysterious predator. This week we found the remains of 3 prize monarchs maimed and devoured. And Gumbembo discovered our Ruthig flock drained entirely of blood. I fear it won't be long before whatever plagues us tires of feeding on animals and comes for the whelps. Our only hope is to respond as any soldier loyal to High Despot Kahan would, with overwhelming and decisive force. We must acquire animals so belligerent, so pugnacious that no carnivore would dare desecrate our... Adani sighs and interrupts. Look, we need defrexes, a few adults to frighten off whatever's killing our livestock. But if we're going to do this, I want to do it right. Start a whole operation breaking defrexes as mounts, training them for live performances, festivals, even trivids. Maybe even breed them when they mature. We need 60 head or so. I know you're not professional defrex herders, but word is your crew is resourceful enough. That's good enough for me.
Looks around at the crew.
I'd just like to say really quick, Chupacabra, I feel like we've talked about this before, man. All right,
Where? So you want us to bring defrexes here?
It's a recorded message.
Where
This
are
is a
defrexes
recorded
from?
message.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Defrexes are actually from the Veskarium, Vesk 2 and 3. I have so much information on defrexes, you would not believe it. Now, the recorded transmission is indeed recorded. They will continue with more information, offering you 1 build point per 10 head of defrexes that you can bring to Skitterhaven Ranch, and a bonus of 5 build points if you can deliver at least 60 of the creatures. So 60 will net you 11 build points, 70 will net you 12, and so on. You know, based off of average size of defrexes, that you can fit exactly 100 of them into your into the total cargo space that you have aboard the Severance package. So
where do the oxygen rules come into play? Is it the same as null space chambers? Do we have to worry about that?
No. Nope. That is part of the magic of null space cargo holds.
They finally got the oxygen in there, huh?
Also, I just looked at what a defrex is, and it's as though a badger mated with a bear, and it's amazing and terrifying.
Oh,
yeah, they're very spiny.
Which alien archive are they in?
3.
2, I want to say.
It's 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
goodness. Kind of like a Cyndaquil without the fire.
But still spikes, right? Still spiky.
Typhlosion, yeah.
Typhlosion, that's what I mean.
So Nick, what do you say?
Sloane will sort of look around at the crew. It's a job. Anybody know anything about these? Anything about defrexes other than that they're ferocious?
Yes. Alright, it's a 13.
Boy.
They're ferocious.
Hey.
Got it.
Defrexes are big badger bears. They only have 1 body.
Thanks, Mariah. Anyone else?
Is it life science?
Yeah, they're living creatures.
Nah, he's right.
Yeah.
We
So included in this transmission is, let's see, a copy of Taming the Herd, The Secrets of Kamazren Ranch, an infamous tell-all memoir written by Tototrox Matrox, a skittermander who labored for years on Vesk 2's largest defrex homestead, Kamazren Ranch. Tototrox reveals several techniques for herding and domesticating defrexes that he claims have been kept hidden as trade secrets. Though melodramatic and at times even racy, Taming the Herd does provide useful advice. This book will be valuable in helping you know how to tend a herd to those of these predators on the way to Skitterhaven Ranch, because you will need to get them from Vesk 2 and take them to Vesk 3.
Gus is going to read the crap out of that book.
I'm sure.
Oh, so
So-
we're already on the correct planet. We just need to get them here and bring them to Vesk 3.
Yes. Adani recommends.
Simple enough.
Yeah. Adani recommends that you try your luck in the Karudi Canyon, deep within the Yeti Preserve on Vesk 2. This vast gorge creates a natural barrier that isolates the Defrexes from other predators, protects their dens, and allows them to flourish.
Archipelago and Gorg.
Yes. There's a Gorg on that archipelago.
Does anyone have survival?
Nope.
Nope.
This is gonna be a rough one. Q.
We're city folk.
Why would any of us have survival? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just call up Ava here.
I grew up on a space station and then I lived underground mining through the dirt and stone.
Yeah. I grew up on
Ava and
spaceships.
Fetch need to swap APs for a day.
So, yeah. Do you
Well, we'll
accept?
send him a message back saying we accept the job. And try to come up with a clever way to herd Defrexes, I suppose.
Yeah. So, I
bet there's something in there about using engineering. Yeah.
spent a considerable amount of time because there is a lot of information here. So let me share some of it with you. Preparing for the Defrex hunt. Defrex drive, sorry. Alliteration. So, in terms, and you can research some of this as well as reading it from tales from the memoir that I sent you. Taming the Herd, that's what it is. So, in terms of mounts for Defrex herding, and you are going to want a mount, it is possible to do it without. However, you're going to have, it is going to be considerably more dangerous. You can get a Defrex mount to herd Defrexes with. This will allow you to use the survival skill to while riding a Defrex in order to herd the Defrexes. So herding Defrexes is going to be sort of a skills challenge kind of deal, and this will allow you to use a survival skill. However, it sounds like none of you are interested in survival, so may I interest you instead in an Enter cycle, which would cost you 70 credits a day. Or you could use an engineering check to hotwire the Enter cycle and fly off with it. Or you could make a diplomacy check to convince the shop owner to loan you a vehicle for free.
Well, I know
Checks for the drive then could be made using piloting instead of survival to herd the Defrex. And if you are on foot,
Much
it will be an athletics check.
Enter cycle, please. I could pilot.
Uh,
How many of us can fit
Yeah.
on an Enter cycle?
one.
Just one?
Just one.
Yep.
Um,
But I can
Now-
roll piloting untrained, right?
Yes.
yes,
you can.
piloting can be rolled untrained. Yeah, and a lot of you are Dexy. So, and
And the
Gus is
other
not.
side
Gus has, sounds
plus
like
two
Gus has
piloting.
piloting.
I have piloting plus bonuses for race and other things, so I'm actually pretty good at it,
Okay.
even
So-
with my dex.
Continuing down the handout, herding is legal in Karudi Canyon as long as each crew member has a license. You can buy a license on the Infosphere for 150 credits a pop. Alternatively, you can forge a license, rolling a secret computers check, meaning I'll roll the computers check for you, to do so for each license. You will need 5 licenses because there are 5 of you.
Oh, Nuna.
Auntie Nuna's like, oh, bloop, and just brings it right up.
So you, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in the preparation phase. But I just want to read through this handout first. So tools to make herding easier. You read about each of these mentioned in the memoir. You can get a blood lure, which is a 50 credit consumable. Having read about these in the memoir, you know blood lures to be a single-use item that can help to attract Defrexes when they get caught somewhere or refuse to move, because Defrexes are terrifying predators most of the time, and so like the scent of blood. Then you can also get a sound file of a Defrex for 50 credits. Can be purchased. From reading the memoir, you noted several times where Defrex call was enough to lure many Defrexes, and that this will be a valuable tool. Instead of buying one, you could, again, make a computers check to find one online for free. because who's going to pay 50 credits if you're good at computers? Then flushing lizard. This is not a lizard that you flush down the toilet, but rather a lizard to flush defrexes out of cover. Flushing lizards can be made to emit a loud, shrill bark. They are used by wranglers to cause defrexes to retreat. You can pay 100 credits to rent one for a day.
I think we need all these things.
Yeah.
We're bad at survival.
Yeah. We're gonna be bad at this. We need to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gus will rent an Entercycle.
All right. So
A red one.
it's a cherry red Entercycle.
Ketch will steal an Entercycle.
All right. So let's take everybody's mount. Let's take care of everybody's mounts first. We'll go back in order from what we just went over. So let's see. Gus, you're paying 70 credits.
Yep.
All right. Ketch, go ahead. If you want to steal, make an engineering check to hotwire the Entercycle.
Goodness, I rolled a 5 on the die. That's 16. I hope that's enough.
Let's double check, because past Tom is really dropping the ball today. Didn't give me the DC. Let's see. Mounts.
Can you steal multiple for those of us who cannot steal for ourselves?
Yes, Ketch is more than able to, but it will take a check each time. So Ketch, that 16 was enough to hotwire an Entercycle. So Ketch surreptitiously just.
I only got one out though.
Natural toot.
That other one was just a dead bike, I guess.
Yeah, you actually break a bike and have to do the sort of, like you stand up awkwardly and sort of shuffle away, hoping nobody notices. You may make another engineering check if you want.
Moving down the line. There's a 21.
All right, there's a 21, so that will be for Marayoth. Marayoth and Gus and Ketch are taken care of. What do Sloane and Nuna do, if different?
Yeah, let's talk some bikes out of this shop.
Okay.
Auntie Nuna's probably better at it, but we could each try one, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a 19. Talk the owner into letting one go for free.
Yep, so you distract Ketch. These are renting, by the way. This is renting these bikes. Although I guess there's nothing saying that you have to bring the ones you stole back.
Yeah,
so,
no, they're ours now.
Yeah, those are yours now. I guess those are your bikes now.
Possessions is 9/10 of the law.
Marayoth will gently suggest that we return them after we're done with them, but they will not be assertive about it.
This is unsurprising.
How did Marayoth become like the moral center of this crew?
A bunch of chaotic neutrals and then Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gus is easily swayed, but pretty, but overall, like, has a good heart.
Tell me more about resisting, Gus. How the ends justify the means.
So Nuna.
All right, Auntie Nuna will also attempt to diplomacy get her cycle for free. That's a 9.
So they trust the young hellion with nothing to lose, but unassuming grandma's just no go.
Oh man, yeah, they're like, whoa, let me see your papers, Grandma.
Yeah, they look skeptical and say that you're regrettably gonna need to pay the 70 credits to rent, unless Sloane steps in.
It's fine.
Sloane will step in and attempt. Nope. We're gonna have to pay for that one.
Ooh, looks like Nuna's gonna have to pay the 70 credits there. So, of course, I mean, Nuna does have, if Nuna would prefer, she could steal a bike. I'll let you decide whether that's... No,
leave that for the youngins.
Yeah, that's fair. And we see Ketch, sort of back behind Nuna with 2 bikes.
I imagine he kind of like brings him over to the fence and like gets him started, but then like over the fence.
Marayoth, flying above the fence, catches it and lowers it down gently.
All right. So everybody's taken care of. Everybody will be on Enter cycles. And then there is the matter of licenses. Nuna, did you want to forge 5 licenses for your friends?
Yes.
All right. So I will go ahead and make these rolls.
Don't forget to add my expertise die.
Yes, it will be in your macro, right? Like not in the macro, but in the box underneath it.
Yes.
Yes.
Can probably auto assist
Yes.
if it's allowed on these.
Is it allowed?
I don't know. Is it allowed? I thought.
I think.
Sure. Catch can assist. We'll let 1 assist go.
It's an auto assist. I have an 11
Okay,
bonus.
so this is at a +2 plus all of Nuna's stuff. So that's 1. Okay. Good. Let's see. And then, and 3, 4,
I didn't like that.
5.
About that.
And you never will. You never will know.
I
Good.
was just impressed by that nat 20 that you rolled.
Oh, man, I'm good.
I'll
Nat
never
20
tell.
plus a 6.
Okay, so all of your licenses have been forged. So now we are on to Defrex aids. Herding aids. So you want a bloodlure? You want 2 bloodlures? You want 3 bloodlures? They're 50 credits a pop.
Each one of us wants a blood lure. Also, we don't have
Sure.
party loot on this sheet, do we? So we're all just gonna have to buy it ourselves.
Yeah, so everybody make sure that you are deducting 50 credits in addition to the 70 if you're paying for your bike.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound file, once Auntie Nuna finishes deducting her credits, I imagine Auntie Nuna or Ketch would like to go on the internet and
Sure.
dig up a sound
Yep.
file for
Sure would.
free.
And can we all use the same file?
Yes.
All right, so that's a 20. Oh, wait, no, that was. Cat.
Auntie Nuna beating me again.
Yeah.
Yep. So your powers combined, you find the best Defrex call. Man, it is so authentic. It's just mwah.
I find one that has ads at the beginning. Nuna finds one without.
Yes.
Telling
exactly what
you to,
happens.
subscribe to their podcast, hit the like button.
Smash the like button.
Yeah,
Smash that like button.
It's a
like
male
boss.
enhancement ad.
If you smash it, how are you going to use it again? That's what I want to know.
No. You smash the subscribe button. So there's the alliteration, and then also, you can't unsmash it.
And then a flushing lizard. That is 100 credit rental for 1 day.
It's a tiny. It's like the little dinosaur that Fred Flintstone uses to flush his toilet.
Oh,
No.
It's a living.
no.
I was picturing the lizard from Rescuers Down Under. Howdy. That guy. The frilled lizard.
If we rent one, can we all use it or?
Yeah. So, peek behind the scenes. The skill challenge is going to be sort of one. It'll be 1 check a round.
person.
So, no, 1 check
Oh.
for the whole party per round. And I will allow aiding because otherwise, there's not much for everybody to do. But going backwards just a teeny bit, maybe you all don't want to buy as many blood lures because of that fact. Because I would feel bad for making you all spend 50 credits to only not use the blood lure.
If that's the case, I'd say we have
Then why
3
don't we
blood
grab a
lures on
blood
hand.
lure? 3 blood lures on hand?
I think 3 is a good round
That's
number.
And then a flushing lizard that brings us to 250. Split 5 ways is 50 credits apiece.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
Cool. All right. Let it be so. And all
And
right.
so it came to pass.
So motive
Y'all-
B.
Y'all are on. You are ready to head down to Karuti Canyon? Is that really it?
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Gus does a super cool
Ooh.
wheelie.
Perfect.
That Western music, though.
Yeah, Gus does. Yeah, that hit real good, Leif. Nice job.
Thanks. I've just been sitting there waiting to hit enter.
So you all load your ship up with all of your gear. You get ready to go. I bet Gus has an old-timey Western hat, like a cowboy hat, that he found somewhere in a shop. It cost him way too much, but that's pretend money. We don't need to...
And he had to punch his horns through it.
Yeah, precisely.
And he's got the long strand of grass.
Yeah. Gus, he picks some out of some questionable dirt in the ground, and Nuna has to slap it out of his hand before he puts it in his mouth.
I'll pay the credits I'll pay the credits. Gus has a duster too. I'll pay the 5 credits to get Range Rover sort of cowboy gear.
Professional clothing.
I was gonna say that's
parentheses cowboy.
Right there.
Yeah. So, all right. You all land on the edge of the Yeti Preserve. Soon after you begin, you touch down, you all rev up your bikes. You're able to find tracks leading you to several defrects, a mixture of adolescents and adults. So, let's share yet another handout called Driving the Herd. Yeah. There's a lot in this book. I cannot say it enough. Yeah, share that art. That's some good art.
They knew that somebody would want to have that hat.
Art.
And
yeah.
This is not intended as combat. You would die. It's the first sentence I've read.
I have to put that up there because I know PCs. All right, so yes, we've got some great art of 2 of the Iconics on a Defrex and an Intercycle, respectively.
That's a sweet-looking Intercycle.
Yeah. So, this drive will take place over 6 rounds. As you can imagine, each round will have some event or obstacle occur. Otherwise, it wouldn't be really a skill challenge, you would just get it. The DC for a check will be determined by what kind of mount you have, or the fact that you don't have a mount. At the end, the number of successes you earn will determine how many defrexes you bring home. The way successes are represented here is in the overall success of your drive. You are dealing with problems along an hours-long event, so each success will see you accumulate more defrexes, while a failure will generally mean you have fewer at the end. So characters may aid each skill check. It doesn't say you can't, and I feel like it's in the spirit of the drive that you're working together to achieve success. So,
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say.
It sure does.
Yeah. I have heard it said. So,
as been told in ancient legends past.
So it shall be. Shall we get started?
Yeah.
Ready to drive some defrexes?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, boy howdy. So, first obstacle. A group of adolescent defrexes attempts to flee.
Oh wow, look what Shades gave us. I'm sorry, Tom. It was big.
It wasn't. I was going to address it after I gave my description, though.
I'm sorry.
It's
thank you, Shades, for that glorious nat 20.
So shiny.
So, a group of adolescent defrexes attempts to flee, heading straight into jagged rocks that jut from the ground. A PC must race off and draw them back into the larger group that you have slowly begun to accumulate after about an hour's worth of work. The character attempts a survival check to ride a defrex, a piloting check to steer an Intercycle, or an athletics check to jump out ahead of the defrexes on foot. So who would like to be in charge of this piloting check?
I think we all know.
I'll do it.
the one who actually has
Captain
to
Sloane.
Here comes the. Hold on, AIDS first. Oh well. Here come the AIDS.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
Sloane Pronkin crushes it. So you are able to deftly sort of maneuver your Intercycle up and around the defrexes, doing a really cool skid to a stop in front of the herds, and then sort of scare them off around, and they break around you like water and continue on their way. So that is one success. And we are on to obstacle 2. A group of Vescarium agents on Intercycles arrive to inspect the drive. You all hear motors coming from over the hills. If every member of the crew has a license, you automatically overcome this obstacle and earn one success. However, you forged your licenses, so what's going to happen is I did that sort of out of order, but the agents are coming for you to talk with you. If you are confident in your forgeries, there's nothing to worry about. What do?
We are confident in our forgeries.
confident,
Auntie
yeah.
Nuna would never screw that up.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey,
Auntie Nuna totally bought Gus's license. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, true. Good. All right. So then you all, the Veskarium agents roll up, and one in the lead says, licenses, please. And you all hand them over. They take a look back at you, take a look. All right, everything seems to be in order. And gives you an eyebrow raise when you all like, yes!
Gus is just waving. He's like, hi.
They bought it.
Yeah. Luckily, all of the inner cycles in the area are too loud for them to hear Moraoth hum that to themselves, and you all continue on your way.
Ooh, the absolute rubes.
That is another success. You are at 2 successes, my friends. Absolutely crushing it. So let's go with obstacle 3. What'll you do with this one? Moraoth, your mount or vehicle falls into a trap with spikes at the bottom.
Oh.
These spikes seem to have some sort of entrails coating them. Might be a trap set by poachers to lure defrexes, but that's not important right now. Please make me a reflex save as you fall into the trap.
Oh no, it's an engineering check.
If this is a danger... so first it's a reflex save.
First I need the reflex save.
If this is a dangerous situation, can I be like graviton attuned or no?
No time. Make me the
Very
reflex save.
There's an 11.
Ooh, if it makes you feel better, being graviton attuned would not have mattered. You, Moraoth, take 2d6 piercing damage. Moraoth, please take 3 points of piercing damage as your inner cycle sort of tosses you into a single spike.
Oh dear.
So, Moraoth, you are able to sort of extricate yourself very carefully out of the pit. You have a fly speed; it's pretty easy. But that inner cycle has taken some small damage. We're gonna need an engineering check, my friends, in order to repair this inner cycle.
From anyone?
Before you roll the check, determine who is aiding and who is making the check.
I'll the check.
Okay, I'll aid.
All right, roll me aids. No.
Catch.
Proc and roll a 1.
Jeez. Catch swings by with the new Animus tools, and from the bike, just percussive maintenance slaps the bike.
All right, and Auntie Nuna has an aid. So
all right, is that everybody? That must be everybody. That's a 21 plus an aid.
Nice.
I hope that was enough.
You are able to extricate the bike from the pit and then make those repairs, no problem.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Catch.
And
we apologize for driving into the pit. These cycles were not made to be driven by a swarm of 60,000 small bugs.
And Catch just says, "Apologize later. Drive now."
Yes, indeed.
Settles once more upon the bike.
Yeah, I mean, how does that even work? Like, I guess
don't even worry about it right now.
Settles like a blanket on the bike, and then some of the bugs squeeze the accelerator, some of the bugs move around the steering.
It works with pronking teamwork.
Yeah.
I'm picturing it like when bees moving to make a new nest, they just kind of glom onto a tree branch, and there's just like this mass. But then you have some tendrils coming out to manipulate the controls.
Yep.
Swarms, man. Swarms.
So, by now, y'all have about, let's see. You have about 40 defrexes, if you had to guess. With those 3 successes, you're on your way. And you managed to find some more after getting out of that, extricating Moraoth from their spike pit. And so we continue on. Obstacle 4, a carnivorous plant lashes out with spur-covered vines at an adolescent defrex in your herd. Character must protect the defrex and can attempt a perception check to spot the threat early, or a survival or intimidate check to keep the defrex safely away. Who's going to take the lead? Who would like to take the lead?
I want to do this because I have.
Auntie Nuna.
right,
please tell me what you do.
First, Auntie Nuna will roll perception. Let's see if she notices it. She gets a 20.
Okay. That is actually enough because you have beat the DC. So how does Auntie Nuna keep this defrex in line?
I wanted to do the intimidate as well, though. So like, she would sort of like, and then just sort of look at the plant, and the plant just goes.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll me that intimidate check and take a +2 circumstance bonus because the flushing lizard will say is helping keep the defrex away as well.
That's a 14.
Okay. But between the perception check and the intimidate, Auntie Nuna is able to, we'll say it's less on the plant. It doesn't affect the plant as much as you hoped, but the defrex is cowed enough to stay with the herd. Stay with the herd and...
No, it's clearly not a herd. It's obviously a horde of defrex.
This is not a herd anymore. Yes, that's the plural, is a horde of defrex.
Yeah.
So... Okay, that is 4 successes. Man, y'all are doing really well. Nice job, everybody.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Tom.
We continue on. You are gathering quite a herd. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, guys. So a deadly scuffle breaks out among the defrexes towards the center of your herd. A character has many ways to overcome this obstacle. You can attempt a perception check to spot the problem before it occurs and disperse the aggressors of the group. Alternately, characters can attempt to interpose themselves, their mount, or their vehicle with in this case, piloting check, because you have enter cycles. Finally, a character can separate the animals with an intimidate or survival check. So who wants to take the lead on this one?
I don't think Marioth has done one yet.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, right. 4 skills.
With
I mean,
flushing lizard, my intimidate's up to 11.
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
It's the same as
Probably
my
your
piloting.
best
So
bet. Unless somebody has a higher perception check. That's the only thing I can think of that would be
Do we
better.
have any intuition about which of these checks are harder, if any?
No, not really. They're all they're going to be roughly the same DC.
Sure.
I mean, my perception's 6, but I can't believe that's the highest in the group.
Yeah, no, gotta beat an
No.
11, it sounds like right now. And I don't think anybody's gonna be able to do that, so.
No.
All right, so
Right.
Sloane,
Sloane will show up.
hit me with what you're
piloting
gonna
again.
tell me. Okay.
Putting
Not
her
waiting for
motorcycle in
anybody's
my-
help. Sloane,
Help?
that is on brand. So with
yeah.
a 25, Sloane manages to crush the DC, and you,
Well, the
I
operators will
imagine,
happily make skill checks, you know.
yeah, that is fair. You manage to interpose yourself between these defrexes, breaking up the fight before it gets too bad. Maybe you, sort of almost you hip check one of them out of the way and stay between the two that had a problem, and manage to, over the next hour, collect a few, several more defrex. So
Yes,
Nice.
good.
yes, you're looking at a herd of 80 right now.
Oh
80 defrex.
boy!
Yeah, you're doing super well. And last but certainly not least, obstacle 6. One of the adult defrexes, we'll say the one that the one that you had to hip check out of the way, Sloane, attempts to assert control of the herd, charging forward at, we'll say, Sloane. Character, any of the party, can overcome this obstacle with a successful intimidate or survival check. If you are riding an enter cycle, you can attempt a piloting check instead. If you rented the flushing lizard, you've got a +2 circumstance bonus to intimidate checks. So, what does the party do?
Catch can swoop in and save the day, if you guys want.
You gonna swoop in and save the day?
Yes, we can save the day.
Cool.
Be a big damn hero.
Or
Yeah,
we
no.
can. We are almost at time. We could
Yeah,
give
no.
Marayoth the
I'm-
nat 20 to do something cool.
No, my net.
I think it's
take, only
our
give.
nat 20.
If you had something cool in mind, go ahead.
No, I did not. Go ahead. Let's let Marioth do something.
Marioth, do it.
What the adult Defrax charges at Moreas, and Moreas says, "Don't worry, I know all about Defraxes," and does a life science check and gets a nat 20.
Wait,
no, there's no life science listed
no.
here.
There's no life science option.
Yeah.
Oh, with a nat 20, fine.
No color in the lines, darn it. No, I mean, it's... but at the same time...
Yes. Equivalently, an untrained survival check. That's roughly equivalently. Moreas will sort of... Wait.
You're writing an enter cycle, though.
You could also write a piloting check. It doesn't have to be survival.
Survival's for if you're writing a defrax, though, right?
Yeah, but this is also a situation where survival would help you calm an animal, right?
Yeah, that's separate.
so-
Before the semicolon.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So yes, I guess Moreas will sort of expand out as a cloud around the Defrax, and it'll get really confused and scared because it doesn't really fight with many Spathinae. So eventually it just runs away. I'll just take the nat 20 on the survival for a 21.
All right. That was 2 higher than you needed because this was a DC 19 check. And the Defrax sort of backs down, indeed cowed by Moreoth's display of dominance. And this earns you the respect of even more Defraxes around. And you have, at the end of your drive, 100 Defraxes.
Yeah.
You have gotten the
up.
maximum amount of defrixes. The next part is going to be keeping them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that sounds like a tale for another time, my friends. Because not to steal Patrick's line from Dead Man Roll No Crits, but that's going to be it for us today. I think that's a great place for us to close out as the sun sort of, is low in the sky on the arid canyon that you all are in. We close on our heroes herding defrexes towards a ravine.
Towards an uncertain future.
A what?
Oh,
now?
no.
A ravine?
No, like the bottom of a ravine. You're near the bottom of a ravine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be
Towards the ship. Towards the ship.
Leading them out of the
worry about
ravine
it.
into the ship. Yes.
Yes. I mean, it's all going back towards the ship. Don't worry. There's just,
All right.
there's some
They
maps
say
and
all
whatnot.
roads lead to the severance package.
You didn't think I could let you just take 100 defrexes back to your ship willy-nilly, right?
Yes, I did.
Well, that was a beautiful dream, but we'll see whether it works out or not next time. So, thank you so much for playing today, everybody. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for running today.
I really enjoyed this.
Yes.
Thank
course.
You, Tom.
So-
It was fun.
Indeed. So, as always, a new Cosmic Crit episode will be dropping tonight. Leif, who do we have to thank for our music today?
Oh, goodness. Well, today we are thanking Redamin and Relaxed Cafe Music, White Bat Audio, and Mr. Snooze. Thank you so much for the wonderful and wide array of free music on YouTube. Yes, again, all free, all 100% good to use. All up on YouTube.
And tasty for your ears. Our character art was done by Anycola. She is at Anycola on Twitter. Hit her up if you need some cool character art done. And if you like ours. Even if you don't like ours, you could probably, pay her to make something even cooler than our character art.
I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe it, but if they believe it and they give Anycola money, that's a win for Anycola. So, thank you, Nick, for our stream assets. Thank you, Simon, for running the stream. Thank all of my players once again for being here and helping to tell this excellent story. I really, really like book 2. Speaking of, thank you to Paizo for the wonderful AP and specifically Leo Glass for writing book 2. It's been a great romp so far. Definitely getting some heavy Firefly vibes from this one with the okay, we need you to fill your hold with some livestock now, even if they're not cows and they're terrifying predators. That just makes it more interesting. And yeah,
They're not defrex anymore.
So
when they're on the ship, they forgot how to be.
So finally, thank all of you for joining us today. We wouldn't be a show without you all. Programming note for Thursday, Jet, Shades, and myself are going to be doing a non-standard action special character building session where we're going to crunch some numbers. Is that what we're calling it, Jet?
Crunching the numbers.
Crunching the numbers. Yes, we're very excited to have Shades on. Shades, friend of the show. I've been listening for a long time. Long-time listener, first-time guest appearance, as we say. And they are going to be helping us build some cool character concepts. And this is where you come in, dear listener and or viewer, probably just viewer, because by the time this goes to podcast, you will have missed it. I apologize, but catch it on the Rise of the Star Lords show. We are looking for character concepts for Jet. Are we building in Pathfinder 2?
I think I settled and just put Pathfinder 2 to make things simple.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So we're going to be building Pathfinder 2 characters of iconic sort of figures, characters from video games, movies, whatever you want to do. Throw it our way. I don't quite have the encyclopedic knowledge in Pathfinder 2 that I do in Starfinder. However, I look forward to... I've been enamored of Pathfinder 2 lately, and so that's why I'll tell you, I was the one who pushed for Pathfinder 2 character building. So tune into that. That's a great question.
I think it'll depend on the person we settle on making.
Yeah. So look forward to that. I know I am. And also on Thursday, wish Nick a happy birthday, because it is for their birthday, which we are doing this special stream, not in honor of them, but rather because it's their birthday and they're doing birthday things. Because
I'm gonna shove my face full of so much crab.
Crab.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So much crab.
Yeah.
Leif's gonna come.
So much. I'm gonna call you Crab Face.
Crab Face.
Crab
I am
Face
stealing all the
McGee.
players. Everyone
Because
who
these
is
lucky people are both, what's the word, vaccinated, right?
Yes, we can gather
You
in
know
small
what?
groups without masks.
Oh, it's so
Like
nice.
lucky, responsible adults. Get vaccinated the soonest chance you get, friends. Yes, exactly. That's why I said, because I can't blame people for not getting the vaccine yet, because we're working on it, but it's not widely available to every single person ever. So once you get the chance, we don't take a lot of stands here on non-standard action, but I'm going to take a stand here. Get the vaccine. Please do it.
Yeah.
Please protect yourself and your families.
And I shouldn't say
others.
Luck so much, because our state is at 25% fully vaccinated at this point. We're ahead of the curve up here in Alaska. We have a lot less people though, so
there's so few people there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Tribal health services was a priority.
Yeah.
Ours
exactly.
are particularly strong. So
I was gonna say there's less people here, but a real big shout out and the as Nick said, the tribal corporations up here really stepped up and got shit done. They get all the credit. If you guys hear anything about Governor Dunleavy trying to take the credit, fuck that guy.
He didn't do it.
He did nothing. He did absolute shit all. But yeah,
flame all.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, we're not doing this right now.
So that's what's happening on Thursday. Happy early birthday to Nick. Happy character creation stream to us. We are going to be in the Discord after the stream. If you are not on our Discord somehow and you would like to be, it is down below in our description. Come join us there. We're a very chill Discord, I like to think. We pretty much just post good morning to each other and then share memes and cool gaming things and whatnot. Tell me I'm wrong.
People make pictures of animals.
Yeah.
We really need to make a pets channel one of these days.
We should. Yeah.
Pets goes in media. It's fine.
Don't forget the traditional little sweet kiss on the forehead. Good night.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, just a mwah. So that's going to do it for us, friends. Join us, like I said, in the Discord. We'll sit there and shoot the flame with you for like a half hour or so post-stream every week. With that, this has gone on long enough. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
And Simon, take us into the drift.